Also, Junior, man.
What's up? What's up, Witty? What's happening with it, everybody? Yeah, y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And when y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all hit the like button and jump in the comment section. Let me know you're in the building. Yeah, we're going to get it today once again. Darius Gallard, what's happening with it? Mike Biggs Boxing, what it do? Mr. Steal Your Chin, what's happening with it? D-Ray Promotions, what's happening with it? Dank Father, what's good? Love 'em Down Gaither, what's happening with it? All Around Strong LLC, what's happening with it? W Right Side, he always on the right side. He ain't never on the wrong side. Anthony Johnson, what's good with it? Broderick Hunter. Yeah, when y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all hit the like button. One time for the one time. DP Rocker, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah. Lot going on, y'all. Lot going on. And we're going to talk about everything that's going on, y'all. Seattle Boxing Talk, what it do? Slug, what's happening with it? Jay Chestnut, what's happening with it? And make sure that y'all smash on that like button as you come in the building. Yeah. We got some fights this weekend too. I have forgot that we had some fights this weekend, y'all. You know what I'm saying? See what we got going on this weekend. Let's see what all the fights we got going on this weekend. And salute to my man, Anthony Johnson, always coming through, showing love in that Cash App. Appreciate you, my brother. And my man, Smooth Groove Boxing, straight from that Oak Cliff. Y'all already know what it is. He said, we rocking with the kid, Keith. I appreciate you, man, always coming through, you know, in that Cash App, supporting the channel and showing love. Much appreciated, man. Yeah. And so, like I said, man, we got some fights going on this weekend. Let's check. Let me pull up the fight schedule, see what we got popping off this weekend. I know we got some fights. What is it? This weekend is March the 28th, 27th. Let me see what's popping this weekend. Johnny Q, what's happening with it? He say, there you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, you already know. Mike Ryan, what's happening with it? What's good? Let me see what we got going on this weekend. The 26th. Okay, yep. Oh, hold on. I didn't know that was this weekend, y'all. So we got the Miguel Burchell versus Jeremiah Nakatila. Now, Jeremiah Nakatila is the dude that fought Shakur Stevenson when everybody was shitting on Shakur, talking about that he was boring, he didn't want to get hit, and he was running and all that. That's the African dude that fought Shakur Stevenson. Now, I like this fight. I love this fight, this Miguel Burchell versus Jeremiah Nakatila this weekend, because now we really gonna see how good Jeremiah Nakatila is. We gonna see, we gonna see, because people gave Shakur Stevenson a lot of shit for the way he fought. People were shitting on Shakur. Talking about he was boring, it was ridiculous, he should have engaged more, he should have took more chances. And and then they shitted on Shakur because he came out and said, look, dude hit hard. He hit hard. I wasn't feeling my best that night. And, so I decided to box. I decided to stay away from his power. So this weekend, you got Miguel Burchell. We know he got power. He ain't been back in the ring since he suffered that ridiculous knockout by Oscar P.D. Valdez. So we ain't seen him in the ring since then. Since last time we seen him in the ring, he was, face down, ass up. And Jeremiah Nakatila, last time I saw him in the ring was against Shakur Stevenson. So this is a solid fight, because we're going to get to see what Miguel Burchell looked like coming back, and we also going to get to see what Jeremiah Nakatila, if he really is the goods. And Shakur Stevenson is just that, because Shakur beat him every round. He ain't win not one round against Shakur. But we're going to be able to really see if he that good, and if Shakur Stevenson is just really, really that good, which I think he is already. But, we're going to be able to find more out, because what their opponents do after, right, and before lets you know how good that fighter is. Justo Chavez said Eric Morales versus Salido. Eric Morales and Orlando Salido fighting this weekend. Madonna fighting this weekend too. What is that? What's that card called? Washed Up Legends. But salute to them, especially Eric Morales. Especially Eric Morales and Marcos Madonna, man. I like Salido, man. Hey, Salido got about 30 L's on his record, but hey, when he would get in shape, when Salido would get in shape and really take this shit serious and put the beer down, he was a bad motherfucker. Salido can fight. He just had to, put the fucking beer down and really get in shape and take this shit serious. Yeah, presenting Washed Up Legends. That's what they gotta call that card, y'all. Bole, what's happening with it? Macadam 1. We got the Queen Cassandra Mason is in the building, and we got my country brother Omega Red, Big Country Omega Red in the building. W Right Side say, yep. He said they fighting in Dubai. YouTube, yeah, that's crazy though. He said Madonna fight a YouTuber or a TikTok star. What the fuck is what's going on with these dudes, man? What's going on with these dudes? Everybody want to fight YouTube stars now. Everybody want to fight motherfucking YouTube and TikTok stars. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. So Miguel Burchell versus Jeremiah Nakatila. That card finna be on ESPN. Let me see what other fights is on that card. If I can, I'm trying to pull up for y'all what other fights is gonna be on that card. It don't really say. It ain't really saying what other fights is gonna be on that card on this article I'm looking at. But let's move on. It's another fight. It's another fight, y'all. It's a few fights. Another fight is Tszyu versus Terrell Gausha. What's happening with it, coach? I see you. My man, Emmanuel H. A1 Hoops on. What it do? Mr. Steal Your Chin say it's where the money at. Yeah, man. So Tszyu and Terrell Gausha, right? They fighting this weekend. That's on Showtime. This is another card that I'm looking forward to. This is another fight, let me say, that I'm looking forward to because Tszyu, we've been hearing a lot about Tszyu over there fighting in Australia. We know his pops was a motherfucker. We know his pops can fight his ass off. That's Costa Zoo. I've seen Tszyu, and every time I see him fight, he wrecking shit. But Terrell Gausha is definitely a step up for Tszyu. So, like I told y'all before, if Terrell Gausha can stop Tszyu, if he can stop Tszyu, yeah, that's going to make a lot of noise in the division. If he stopped Tszyu, because I believe he's going to be the mandatory to the winner between Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. I believe, you know what I'm saying, one of them is going to have to fight Tszyu if he fuck around and beat Terrell Gausha. Yeah. He your Ohio brother, Cassandra Mason. You got to go with Terrell Gausha. I'm going with Terrell Gausha too because he black. Yeah, I said it. I'm going with him because he black. What I look like going for Tszyu. But just like I told y'all when it came to Canelo Alvarez and Jermall Charlo, just because I'm going with him don't mean I'm picking him to win. That's two different things, y'all. If I told y'all I was picking him to win, I'll be lying to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking y'all dead in y'all face in this camera and lying to everybody on here if I told y'all I was picking him to win. So yeah, I'm going for him. I want him to win. But I ain't picking him to win. You know, two different things, man. I got Tszyu beating him, but I would love to see Terrell Gausha, you know, win that fight. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just like my brother Omega Red said, get the likes up. I don't understand why y'all come in the building, and y'all don't want to hit the like button. You feel me? Hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. It don't take you no time. My man, Jared Hurd, man. So salute to Jared Hurd. My man, he named his name Jared Hurd. But man, salute to you, man. Appreciate you coming through in that super chat. Salute to you, man, showing love to the channel. Yeah, Cassandra, it's two different things, right? But see, a lot of boxing fans, they don't know how to separate the two, right? They don't know how to separate the two, so they'll get on here and argue with you about, oh man, because they like somebody, but deep down inside, they don't really know that they gonna win, or they don't even really think they gonna win, but they ain't gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that. My man, boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman in the building, and y'all make sure that y'all go subscribe to Boxing Matchups with Dwayne Freeman. Man, the brother be cooking. You know what I'm saying? He know what he's talking about. Great boxing mind, and he got a great channel, great content. He ain't even had his channel that long, but he be having it popping up over there. So y'all make sure that y'all go show love and support and subscribe to Boxing Matchups with Dwayne Freeman. And make sure, like I tell y'all every day, my man Emmanuel H. A1 Hoops on. My man A1 Hoops on. I know a lot of y'all fuck with boxing. NBA D Nice. Your name is NBA. I know you fuck with, basketball. My bad. I know a lot of y'all mess with basketball. Heavy. And I know NBA D Nice, my dude. I know you mess with basketball heavy. So make sure that you go sub to A1 Hoop Zone because he keeping y'all updated with all of the latest thing that's going on in the NBA, all of the and he had great shows. So make sure that y'all sub to his channel and support the brother. Hey, this dude funny as hell talking about I'm cooling with Brian Custer. Dude funny as hell, man. Yeah, y'all hit my like button, y'all. Y'all hit my like button. So Tszyu versus Terrell Gausha, that's a solid fight this weekend. Another solid fight this weekend. And what else we got going on this weekend? Is Josh Warrington fight? What? Hold on, man. Hold on, y'all. I know how I'm gonna do this. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pull up. I got y'all right now. Hold on. Nitty G, what's happening with it? Salute. I see you in the building. Yeah, so we got Josh Warrington versus Kiko Martinez this weekend. It's going down also. You know what I'm saying? It's another fight that's going down. And I got Josh Warrington. I know Josh Warrington lost to Kiko Martinez his last time out, but I got Josh Warrington coming back and getting that W, you know what I'm saying? Get his payback, the big payback. I got Josh Warrington. At one point in time, I was hella high on Josh Warrington. Stupid high on Josh Warrington. Like Josh Warrington to me at 126 behind Gary Russell was the best thing smoking. To tell you the truth, I don't know what happened, but I'm looking for Josh Warrington to rebound. Looking for him to rebound. You feel me? So, yeah, Josh Warrington versus Kiko Martinez this weekend is going down. So, we got some solid fights this weekend, y'all. So, we got fights on The Zone, ESPN, and Showtime. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all going to have a whole weekend, well, a whole Saturday. It ain't no boring. Y'all shouldn't have a boring moment this Saturday. And my man, Emmanuel H., A1's Hoop Zone, coming through in that super chat. He say, salute kings and queens in the chat. Yeah, I'm back on it, bro. My 1-year-old was sick and wife was under the weather too, but they doing better, so we back. Going live tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's get it. Y'all hear the man. He gonna be live giving y'all the latest information on what's going on around the NBA at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. So make sure y'all tune in to A1 Hoop Zone. Yeah, man, I know how that is, that weather change, man. The weather change. Big Nick, 32, what's happening with it? My man, Jawan Ramos, what it do? Jay Grant, what's happening with it? Mark Wonderlick, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, man. My little man was sick, man. My son was sick for a minute from that weather change. I was getting sick too, but man, I started taking all type of vitamins and people need to know, man, if you start getting sick, start drinking a lot of coconut water. That it helped. It helped. Oh man, you having another one? A1 Hoops on. A1 Hoops on got a 1-year-old, and he said his wife is about to pop. Man, A1 Hoops on. He ain't. A1 Hoops on. He didn't waste no time. That nigga didn't even wait for the stitches to heal up, and he was A1 Hoops on. Didn't wait for the stitches to heal up. Hey, but man, salute to my brother A1 Hoops on, man. Y'all, you got to keep us updated. If you say your wife is about to pop, You got to keep us updated. What you having? You having a boy or a girl? And this time, man, at least wait for the stitches to heal up. Is you having a boy or a girl, my dude? Leon Robinson said, there you go. Get it all out the way at the same time, man. That's rough. Like I said, I got twins, right? I know what it is having two infants at the same time. I got twins. So that shit is tough. When they like small, when they newborn and they small, that shit tough. Trust me, I know. But it's a lovely thing once they get older. You know, they always have somebody to play with. And the relationship between the two is lovely to just watch them grow up. A1 Hoops On say, two and done. No more after that. I'm wearing the chastity belt or finding God in a way where sex is considered a sin. Dang. And salute to my brother A1 Hoops On back in that super chat. Man, I feel you. I'm done. I'm done. Mr. Steal Your Chin said he had two girls 6 years apart. Oh, yeah, my man, Dwayne, I forgot you got twins, too. How old is your twins, Dwayne? Man, I'm telling you, bro, I almost passed out when I found out I was having twins. Cassandra, they actually do, well, I wouldn't say run in my family, because I didn't know of no twins really in my family until I had them, right? But it's crazy because one of my younger cousins, he just had twins. What was it? He just had twins less than a year ago. You know what I'm saying? A few, probably about maybe like 6 months ago, he just had twins. You know, but I think it was they ran more in her in their mom's family. Yeah, but y'all hit the like button. Let's move on. I want to let y'all know about this little story right here. You know what I'm saying? I want to let y'all is he back? Is Don King back, y'all? Is Mr. Don King, is he making his way back in boxing? On the mic with Terrence Bailey, what's happening with it? Is Mr. Don King making his way back to boxing? Check this out. Trevor Bryant and Daniel Dubois, right? That fight, it had to go to purse bid. Trevor Bryant and Daniel Dubois, it had to go to purse bid. And we all know that Trevor Bryant is promoted by Don King, one of the last fighters that is promoted by Don King. And Daniel Dubois is promoted by Frank Warren. Now, Don King came and dropped that bag for this fight. Don King came and dropped the bag for this fight. And I'm going to just read it to y'all. And 817, I see you in the building. Thomas Reed, what's happening with it? Jay West, what's happening with it? Johnny Q. So I'm going to read it to y'all. Says Trevor Bryant and Daniel Dubois, Don King, $3,116,001. Outbid Frank Warren for promotional rights to Trevor Bryant versus Daniel Dubois. Says Don King will once again take the lead in the next fight involving his unbeaten heavyweight Trevor Bryant. The Hall of Fame promoter Don King Production DKP Company has secured the rights to the secondary WBA heavyweight title fight between unbeaten titleist Trevor Bryant and top-rated contender Daniel Dubois. Brian's promoter came up with a winning offer of over $3 million to outpace Queensberry Promotion Dubai promoter who bid $2,503,000. So he outbid him by a lot. He outbid this man by like 600 and some thousand, right? So it says that Trevor Bryant is entitled to 55%. So Trevor Bryant, and I probably believe this will be his highest payday. No telling how much Don King is getting out of this, but that's a whole different story in itself. So Trevor Bryant is going to make $1,713,800. So Trevor Bryant almost making damn near $2 million for this fight. But we know he probably might not. He probably ain't going to see half of that shit fucking with Don King. But Don King got him a bag. And it says in the remaining 45% goes to Daniel Dubois, which is $1,402,200.45. So yeah, Daniel Dubois versus Trevor Bryant. It says the fight is required to take place no later than July the 28th, 180 days from the time Bryant granted voluntary title defense versus Jonathan Goudry, which Bryant won by unanimous decision past January 29th in Warren, Ohio. So this crazy, y'all, because right, whoever wins this fight is gonna be a secondary title holder, right? So the regular WBA title holder, right? So that looked like whoever wins this fight is gonna eventually get a chance to fight for the real WBA title. Whoever has that title at that point in time. And if Trevor Bryant wins against Daniel Dubois, then Trevor Bryant got a chance to fight for the real WBA belt sometime down the line. And if he win that, that means that Don King will once again have a heavyweight champion of the world. Now, one thing I got to say is boxing might need Don King in it right now. As far as from a fan's perspective, I ain't talking about from a fighter's perspective. What will happen if Don King fuck around and have a heavyweight champion of the world? And y'all hit my like button. What will happen? What y'all think about that? If Trevor Bryant fuck around and become the heavyweight, because I mean, the heavyweight division wide open. You feel me? I mean, like my man Mike Biggs Boxing say, Trevor Bryant can beat Daniel Dubois because I wouldn't really say his chin is suspect, right? Because he got stopped from a broken eye socket. So I ain't going to say the man's chin is suspect. I ain't never seen him just get laid out. So we can't say his chin is suspect. But you know what is suspect? His defense for a jab. His defense for a jab. Because we seen slow ass, what's his name? What's my man dude? What's my dude name? That Daniel Dubois got his eye socket broke by. Slow ass, damn, what's his name, y'all? Help me out. Come on, y'all. Joe Joyce, yeah. Joe Joyce. We seen Joe Joyce, right? We seen Joe Joyce put that work in. And I don't know what is wrong with my my comment section. They coming in. My comments is coming in hella late on this StreamYard. So I'm gonna have to look at the comments on YouTube. But so Joe Joyce, right? Put a jab on Daniel Dubois and beat him with a jab. That's what he beat him with. Beat the shit out of him with a jab. Just a jab. He ain't even need to use his other hand. All he had to do is use his jab hand, and that's what he did. So we know that he's susceptible in his defense. He can't get out of the way of a jab. So yeah, man, Trevor Bryant could become the next heavyweight champion in the world within, the next year or so. Now, is he good enough to do it? I don't know, but I know that the heavyweight division, all them dudes are suspect. Alexander Usyk, we don't know when he gonna come back. Anthony Joshua, we already know his chin is more than suspect. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the suspect no more. You know what I'm saying? he did the crime. When it come to his chin, his shit is done. Who else? Deontay Wilder, he just, he probably gonna retire. He more than likely gonna retire. Then you got Tyson Fury. He talking about retiring after one more fight or something. So yeah, that shit finna be wide open. And we got some up and coming hitters, but they ain't in a position to get a title shot yet. But yeah, that what would y'all think about that happening if Don King was back on top as well, at least on the heavyweight division? He had a champion at the heavyweight division. How y'all think Don King would move him? Y'all think Don King would adapt this new age concept of trying to move him and skip around certain fighters? You think Don King gonna put him straight in there with the smoke? How y'all think Don King will move my dude? And y'all smash on the like button. Y'all hit the like button because these likes is way down. Y'all smash the like button. Santos, what's happening with it, man? Where you been at? Man, I ain't seen you in months. Mrs. Steal Your Chin say Wilder coming back. Well, if you say that Wilder's coming back, you know a lot more than Wilder do himself. So, yeah, man, I need the secret powers, the special powers that you got, Mr. Steal Your Chin. I'm going to need that. If I can buy it on the market, or if you know what I'm saying, you can put some type of spell on me and give me that, I need it. Whatever special powers you got, Mr. Steal Your Chin, I need that. Cassandra Mason said, Don King said, y'all must have forgot. Batman, what's happening with it? My brother Bat in the building. 817 said, Don King gonna make the fights, baby. Man, hey, it might. We just don't know. Don King also, he might just be like, man, fuck it. I'm making all the fights. Jay Chestnut says if he get that belt, Canelo coming all the way up to heavyweight to get that belt off Trevor Bryant. hey, you a fool for that one. Gee, oh shit. You ain't gonna give Trevor Bryant no type of respect, huh? My man T say, Don King moves the same way these other promoters are moving. You think he gonna move the same way? You just never know, man. Santos say, what? Okay. I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Santos. Let me see. Jay West says, I think Don King will go out with a bang and make some good fights. Man, I tell y'all, he can't do no worse than what's going on right now. I tell y'all that. If Don King fuck around and had a heavyweight champion of the world, he can't do no worse than the shit that's going on right now. Snacks B in the building. What it do? I see you. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. You feel me? That's what's going on with that. Let's move on though. I got some more news for y'all. So let's talk about Virgil Ortiz. Tyron McKinnon, the dude that fought this weekend that was supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz, which we didn't even talk about that fight. That shit was so garbage. I had forgot about that fight. That dude, Tyron McKinnon, was trash, straight garbage. I can't believe that Virgil Ortiz was finna fight that dude. Let's talk about that for a minute, because we ain't even cook on that yesterday, right? If y'all seen that dude Tyron McKinnon fight, I didn't even know who the hell he was. So I said, okay, let me watch this dude fight. Even though he ain't fighting Virgil Ortiz, he fighting a replacement opponent that took the fight on what? 2 days notice? I said, let me see how, you know what I'm saying? Let me see if this dude McKinnon impressed me. Bruh, that dude was fucking trash. Pitiful. Straight fucking garbage. I said, man, how the hell are they picking opponents like this for Virgil Ortiz? You go from fighting Igis Kavalaskis, you have fought Mo Hooker, and then they drop you all the way down to the bottom of the barrel of competition. Bruh, they dropped that man all the way down to the bottom. Tyron McKinnon, that I don't ever want to see that man on my fucking TV ever again. That dude was garbage. That was one of the boringest fights I ever seen since the last time I watched motherfucking Rigondeaux fight. And it don't get too much more boring than Rigondeaux. That dude, Tyron McKinnon, was fucking pitiful. And I'm watching this shit and I said, this is who they had fighting Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz was going to stop that dude within 2 rounds. That dude wouldn't have lasted more than 2 rounds with Virgil Ortiz. So, but anyway, speaking of him, because he said that he's hearing behind the scenes that it ain't no way that Virgil Ortiz is going to be able to make 147 pounds again, right? Now, we know it was a lot of rumors coming out saying that Virgil Ortiz was struggling, right, when he started cutting weight. He was struggling. Then we seen that he came up with some condition and that a lot of people get when you just dehydrated and you working out and your body is drained and whatnot. So, yeah, this dude, Tyron McKinnon, that put on one of the most boring boxing displays I ever seen, right? He's saying that what he hearing behind the scenes is that Virgil Ortiz ain't going to be able to make 147 pounds no more. Now, obviously, he can't. Was it Michael McKinnon? Well, whatever it was, the motherfucker sorry. Whether it was Tyrone, it was, okay, my bad, y'all. It was Michael McKinnon. Whoever Tyrone McKinnon is, my bad. You feel me? I didn't mean to slander Tyrone's name, but Michael McKinnon, that motherfucker sorry. But yeah, he's saying that, hey, that Virgil Ortiz ain't no way gonna be able to make 147 no more. So what happens? Is Virgil Ortiz good enough to move up to 154 right now and wreck shit? Is he good enough to move up to 154 and, you know, contend with Jermell Charlo, Brian Castano, goddamn Tim Tszyu, my man Erickson Lubin, Danny Garcia finna move up to 154. Is Virgil Ortiz good enough to move up to 154? Because I'm not saying what Michael McKinnon is saying is true, because obviously he can't speak for Virgil Ortiz or his camp. But if it comes to be true that Virgil Ortiz is, you know what I'm saying, is damaging his body and he can no longer make 147 pounds and he has to move up to 154, is he good enough? Is he good enough? Is Virgil Ortiz, or let me say this, maybe we haven't seen the best of Virgil Ortiz because he's having a hard time struggling trying to make 147 pounds. Could he be better at 154? Could Virgil Ortiz even be better at 154 pounds? Yeah, you right. Just do boxing. That's why I was saying Tyrone. Right, that's why I was saying Tyrone, because they both McKinnons. I just got them mixed up. Tyron McKinnon is way better than Michael McKinnon. I apologize. I take that back. Tyron McKinnon, I did not mean to slander your name and put you right in the same motherfucking book as Michael McKinnon, because they ain't the same. Tyron McKinnon, he actually excited and he got a whole lot of dog in him. Michael McKinnon is straight trash. Yeah, so, you know, Ashley's Corner in the building. Salute to the Queen, Ashley. And y'all make sure that y'all go sub to Ashley's Corner. Great channel. Her and Kwee, they be cooking over there. Like they really, her and Quee be cooking, and they know they boxing. Like they know they boxing for real. They know a lot more than y'all niggas do. And they talk that shit too. So don't go over there and think you finna just get shit off. Coach in the building. What's happening with it, Coach? Ruben Gutierrez says Virgil is ready for 154 right now. Man, he might be. I fuck with Virgil Ortiz heavy. 817 says, wasn't McKinnon number 3 in the WBO? Yeah, and that tells you what these sanctioning bodies and these rankings mean. Not a goddamn thing. That shit don't mean nothing. Because that dude was sorry. You didn't watch that fight, did you, 817? Because, I know how you get down, 817. If you had to watch that fight, you would have been all in the chat shitting on that dude. That dude was sorry. I'm talking about straight grade A trash. Lil Flex, Lewis, what's happening with it? Salute. And y'all hit my like button. Let me see where the likes is at. You know what I'm saying? Before we really get to cooking up in here. Yeah, y'all got to get these likes up, y'all. Okay. But yeah, man. Justin 9 says Michael McKinson sorry as fuck. That is a understatement. (817) said I fuck with. No, I'm talking about, did you see Michael McKinson fight this weekend? That dude was trash. He said I watched a small piece and turned it to TBH. Yeah. I bet you did turn the channel. I bet you did. Because you would have fell asleep on that shit. But yeah, man, that fight was pitiful. That shit was ridiculous. Michael McKinson, he was ridiculous, and I don't ever want to see him again. But I don't know. Virgil Ortiz, because Virgil Ortiz was right there on the verge of getting a world title shot at Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, one of them. He right there on the verge. And now it's looking like that he might have to move up to 154, y'all. I don't know what y'all think about that. And like I said, man, I don't know. Let's talk about it. And I'm gonna send my man. If y'all want to cook, I said I'm gonna send a couple links out. I'm gonna send a couple links out right now. Coach, Batman, if y'all want to come through and cook. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of feel bad for Virgil Ortiz. I kind of feel bad for him because he was right there on the verge. And I fuck with Virgil Ortiz. Motherfucker can fight. A lot of people be hating on Virgil Ortiz, but Virgil Ortiz can fight. Hold on, y'all. And y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash the like button while I'm sending these notifications out. I mean, while I'm sending these emails out. Hold on, these links. So we don't know. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We're going to see what happened with that whole situation because Votes UK says Hearing Crawford has been elevated to WBO super champion. Anyone else heard anything about that? Nah, I ain't heard nothing about that. I haven't heard shit. We don't even know what Crawford, we don't even know who Crawford is going to sign with. We don't know who is representing Crawford because I know a lot of outlets is going around saying that Crawford is with MTK. But hey, they say that's a lie. Bernie said that Crawford ain't with no MTK. So we don't know what's going on with Crawford. I hope that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence are behind the scenes negotiating quietly because, you know, Errol Spence said, hey, we need to get this shit done behind the scenes, not in the media. And I could dig that. Ruben Gutierrez said Virgil versus Danny Garcia at 154. Yeah, I like that fight. I love that fight. It's a hell of a fight. It's an action-packed fight. Both of them, they both got similar styles too, but Virgil Ortiz is a lot more active than Danny Garcia. But that's a tough fight right there. That's a hell of a fight right there. I love that fight, man. Tony Snowflakes, what's happening with it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That Pimp C. Oh, Tony Snow. But yeah, I don't know. We gonna find out though. We sure gonna find out. Now, Demetrius Andrade. What's going on with Demetrius Andrade, man? Demetrius Andrade, he fights Zach Parker. So I said, man, this motherfucker always fighting fighters that I never heard of before. Like Demetrius, everybody talking about Canelo Alvarez is the European, he on the European tour, and he's the European killer. Demetrius Andrade been on the European tour his whole goddamn career. So he fighting Zach Parker. And I'm not shitting on Demetrius Andrade because I know that he's tried to get these other fighters in the ring with him. But still, the facts is facts. That motherfucker been on the European tour 98% of his career. Can't nobody, I mean, if you're talking about a European tour, motherfucking Demetrius Andrade face, hey, it's me again. Hey, it's me again, guys. It's your boy. It's me again. Mr. It's me again. That's all he fight is European fighters. So he fighting a Zach Parker. I said, man, I never seen this motherfucker or heard of him. So I had went and looked at Zach Parker's resume. And y'all know what? Y'all know what I found when I looked at Zach Parker's resume? Y'all ain't gonna believe it. Nothing. I didn't find shit. Because I didn't know nobody on his whole goddamn resume. I looked up Zach Parker's resume and I did not know one name on his resume. So I said, man, why do they keep coming up with these motherfucking Rudy Poot ass fighters for Demetrius Andrade? Then this dude got the nerve enough to say that he guarantees that he gonna be the first to stop Demetrius Andrade. I don't believe it. You can't, I mean, come on now. Now, he do got a lot of knockouts in a row. Hold on. I'm pulling them up right now. Let me pull this resume up. Another Rudy Poot that Demetrius Andrade is fighting. This motherfucker, the Rudy Poot killer. That's why I'm going to start calling him. This motherfucker, Demetrius Andrade, is the Rudy Poot killer. He can't get nobody with a name to get no smoke with him. And it's bad, man. I feel kind of bad for him. So Zach Parker is 22-0 with 16 knockouts. He ain't never fought nobody. I don't know who you beat. I don't know who they beat. He ain't fought nobody. But let me read you his resume. Louis Van Poschke, Samet, I don't even know how to say his last name, Martil, and somebody stop me if y'all know a name, right? If y'all familiar with one of these names that I read off, somebody stop me or put a 1 in the chat. Martil, Jamie Ambler. Let me see. Let me cut Coach Mike out. Okay. Jamie Ambler. Vadis Baculus. I don't even know how to say that shit. Gordon Kieslick. Ramon Sneeze. Adam Jones. David Boza. Bradley Price. Bart Lamar Grafaka. I don't even know how to say that shit. Half of these names I can't even pronounce. Another one I can't pronounce. He was 8-11. Another one I can't pronounce. He 9-6. Adset Rodriguez, he's 16-6. Gerd, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. Daryl Williams, Stephen Gambert, Rohan Murdoch, Von Alexander, Sherzdock Kusanov, Marcus Morris. That's it. Let me see if I got any motherfucking ones in the chat, because I went down this dude, all 22 fights he got, and I did not know one name on his resume. If you look at his resume, his shit is trash. It's garbage. How the fuck is this dude in any type of position to fight anybody with a name? What the fuck is going on? I seen Coach that just joined the panel. He says the WBO ranked him high. It's an eliminator. How? How do we keep getting this shit, Coach? Explain this shit to me, Coach. Please.
It's the WBO rankings, bro.
How? How?
I don't know. If you look through a bunch of the WBO, always got some old off the wall fucking rankings. If you go through every division, you're gonna see they got ranked people that you ain't never fucking heard of in every division. Not just that fucking division. Every fucking division, they always got some old fucking person you never fucking seen fight, never heard of, and they ranked in a fucking top 10. It's always like that, bro. You can go right now. If you go right now and look, and you're gonna see people you never heard of in every division. Everyone. That's just the WBO. They always opposite or fucked up from everybody else. And it's just what it is. Fuck. So he doing what he got to do to get that fucking 168-pound WBO belt, because he the WBO champion at 160. So fuck. He doing what he got to do, bro. I can't get mad at the man. Nobody else want to fight him. So now they fucking he talking about after this fight he gonna fight Benavidez. So we're gonna see if that's gonna happen. We'll see.
Coach, I ain't mad at him, but come on, bro. Come on. What the fuck is what's going on with boxing? They got this dude in a position for a mandatory eliminator, and if you look at his resume, Coach, I guarantee you don't know one name on here. I just read off his whole resume. It don't get no worse than this. And this mother, like, god damn, come on, Andrade. I'm just saying.
Only one I do know is Von Alexander. That's it.
Von Alexander, and what's his record, Coach?
I don't know his record, but
his record is 16 wins and 6 losses.
Yeah, I mean,
so Coach, so my brother Coach say the only one he knew on Zach Parker's resume is Von Alexander, and he got a record of 16 wins and 6 losses, and he's 36 years old.
Yep, that's the only one I fucking recognize.
It's ridiculous, y'all.
It is, but I mean, you can't fucking. It is who it is. If it would have been fucking somebody else in the WBO, he got to fight him. Fucking get
this you can't like boxing. This is why boxing, right? This is why a lot of people laugh when boxing is brought up. This is why boxing lost so much fans to the UFC. You got motherfuckers that's ranked 1 and 2 in divisions that ain't never had to do nothing, right, to climb that ladder. That shit is ridiculous, man. So, yeah, Demetrius Andrade got another bum he's finna get in the ring with. This bum, and this gonna happen on May the 21st, Zach Parker. And this dude got a nerve enough to say he gonna be the first one to stop Demetrius Andrade. If he don't get the fuck on somewhere with this bullshit. So, yeah, man, this another easy fight for Demetrius Andrade. And to me, these type of fights, they're not helping Demetrius Andrade out. And I know he can't get nobody else to fight him, right? He can't get none of these big names. But I think that his resume and having all of these fucking bomb after bomb, Rudy Poo after Rudy Poo, motherfucking European after European, I think that when he finally do get a big fight, I think that's gonna be his downfall. That's gonna be his downfall. Is he been in the game for so long and his resume is so horrible? He haven't got a chance to, test himself against a real legit elite fighter, and I think it's gonna be his downfall eventually because he not getting no younger. He's already 34 years old, probably be 35, 36 before he get any name on his resume, and I think it's eventually gonna be his downfall. But what's happening with it, Batman?
Hey, what's up, Key? What's up, Coach?
What's up, Bat?
Batman, did you ever seen this dude Zach Parker fight?
Nah, I ain't saying fight. I'm gonna go look, check him out.
Oh shit. Oh man, it's crazy, man. I mean,
Zach Parker some shit.
I mean, I ain't never seen him fight, but his resume is horrible.
I mean, it ain't Boo Boo fault, like you said.
No, I'm not saying it's his fault, but it's I don't know, man. It's like, God damn, you went over there to DAZN and what is Eddie Hearn doing for him?
Man, Eddie Hearn said fuck him once he got Canelo.
It's kind of like, bro. It's kind of like, so this is the deal, right? Because you hear all these fights. Well, he ain't got nothing to offer. Do this, and that, right? So at some point, you got to look at Demetrius Andrade, and then you got to look at Eddie Hearn and say that Eddie Hearn is not putting up the money to get these other fighters in the ring with him.
Nah, he was. Remember, Eddie was trying to pay. He was trying to play Jamal, but they ain't fucking with Eddie. I mean,
let me read this super chat real quick. DW, salute to you in that super chat. He said Jamal Charlo on the same path as Andrade. Jamal should have fought Andrade. That's a fact. They should have been in fault, and that ain't that Jamel Charlo is Andrade's fault. Jamal Charlo ain't his fault, but he said that he on the same path. Jamal ain't on the same path as Andrade. Jamal's resume is a lot better than Demetrius Andrade.
At 154.
That show you that like that's crazy for you to even be able to say that Jamal Charlo have a better resume, but he do.
Yeah, at 154, he ain't got no better. I mean, yeah, he fought
at 154 and 160. He got a better resume.
He fought Darinchenko. That's the only fighter.
It's still better.
I mean, but it ain't Demetrius Andrade fault that he can't get none of them niggas in the ring with him.
I never said that. Not one time did I say that.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. It is his fault. You know why? Because first of all, he fucked Al Heyman over. You can't blame that at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, I don't believe that they still should be holding a grudge against him, but he did that to himself.
Man, all right, cool. Al ain't gonna do business with his own anyway. But at the end of the day, motherfucking, he had Triple G over there. It's Eddie's fault. I'm gonna put it on Eddie. Because you convinced the guy to come over there, and then when you get all the big fights over there, you can't even get him one of them. Come on, man. So, I put it on Eddie because when
OTB, I'm gonna shoot you the link. But go ahead, Batman.
Eddie was telling the kid, man, great shit gonna happen for him. This gonna happen for him. You got him, people's over there. Then you get Canelo to leave Golden Boy. Now you don't even know Demetrius Andrade no more. Because at one time you were saying Canelo was a cheat. Now Canelo the greatest thing ever. Come on, man. It's Eddie Hearn fault. But Boo Boo said now though, like, damn, Eddie, you ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I was the one you was rooting for the whole time, but now you got Canelo. Man, I can't even get you to look at me no more. Come on, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Because remember, every time you saw Boo Boo, you saw Eddie. You don't even see that shit no more.
Yeah, you right.
Well, but like I said, man, they pushed him out.
Shit, what would you do, nigga? You gonna stand by Canelo or you gonna stand by Demetrius Andrade? I mean, that's a no-brainer for me.
I'm gonna try to make the fight. I mean,
one thing about me, what I'm saying is Canelo bring way more money than Demetrius Andrade.
I'm a loyal nigga. I don't look at niggas who bring way more money.
But that's common sense. We talking about business.
Yeah,
You
but
ain't if you got Canelo Alvarez, you got Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? You try to do everything you can for Canelo Alvarez because he putting way more money in your pocket than Demetrius Andrade is.
But
he signed before Canelo signed over there.
Yeah, he been with me before Canelo even came.
And he could Eddie should have fucking secured the Triple G fight. That's the fucking main thing.
You cannot make Triple G fight him though. Triple G.
I know you can't, but you know y'all should have.
This is the thing, y'all. Triple, like I said, for one, he fucked his own business up, right? When he fucked Al Heyman, though. That's one thing, right? He did that himself. Nobody did it but Demetrius Andrade, right? Then, secondly, we know Triple G's whole MO, he don't fight certain type of fighters. He don't. You can't, he told y'all years ago, right? I think it was at a press conference, 2018, who I forgot who it was he fought. He said at that press conference or maybe it was 2017, right? And he said, and they was grilling him about fighting Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. And he said, no. He said, I'll never fight them. It's other fighters out there for me to fight, right?
Yeah, because
I'll never fight them.
What's this bitch ass trainer guy in his head talking about black fighters?
Yeah.
Eva Sanchez.
And salute to Blue Blood in the building. My brother Blue is in the building. And OTB, I emailed you that link if you know.
Yeah, but I mean, that's still fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Just like when Boo Boo had an opportunity to get in Chris Mannix's ass, he should have fucking got in there worse than what he did. He should have been like, why you keep on pushing? You know, that's the thing that gets me. People don't speak their whole mind, because at this point, what you got to lose? That's how I look at shit. If I've been peaceful and not getting what I want, and I've been trying to get these fights, and motherfucker don't want to fight me, then it's time to do something else. When he was in front of Chris Mannix, he should have told him, you a fucking racist. I'd have told him to his face, you a racist. How come you always pushing Triple B? Now you're pushing on to fight Murata when I've been here. I've been at this company. You should be pushing me to fight, and you work for the zone. So why you don't push for me and him to unify? This shit been going on. That's the thing, bro. They don't put their foot on people's neck. And him, Jamal Charlo, they don't put their foot on people's neck, bro. They want to be nice guys. Fuck all that, bro. You gotta fucking say what you want. Just like they say.
What you say, Coach, mush him in the face.
Fucking right. Closed mouth don't get fed, bro. Closed mouth don't get fed, bro.
With Jamal Charlo, it's different. He got all the resources, so you can't. He got all he can pull the trigger for real, but you know, look, man, I can't really, man. Demetrius in the same situation that Gary was in, so you know, hey, man.
Man, the thing is, bro, like I said, he need to fucking make more noise about what the fuck is going on in boxing and expose the shit. That's the shit that I don't understand. You know, why y'all sit back and just don't say nothing, or y'all be too nice when you confronting shit that y'all know what it is.
If you ruffle too many feathers, man, you ain't gonna get no.
I'm gonna get a fight regardless, because I'm the champion. I'm gonna get a fight because somebody gotta fight me.
You saw what they did to my brother. He was supposed to fight. He supposed to been for Ray Vargas. They let Ray Vargas fight on the WisCon card. They mandated that shit.
But did the thing is this? Did Gary fucking make enough noise? That's the thing.
No, man. That he didn't do, Batman.
Man, look, man. He's making enough noise behind the scenes, man.
Man, it ain't about behind the scenes. You can't expose shit behind the scenes. Shit got to be put out in the public, so you got public opinion.
But who gonna do something?
It don't matter who gonna do it. People get it. You got to embarrass motherfuckers, man, when shit don't go like it's supposed to go.
Like when Devin Haney don't speak up, motherfuckers gonna speak up for him. I mean, let's keep it real. I mean,
but Devin speaks up.
Who?
Devin speaks up, and Devin talk his shit. Gary, we don't even hear from Gary, bro. Devin go on people's platform.
Coach. It was a whole joint. It was a whole like 3-4 months. Gary was going to fuck off. Nigga, ain't shit happened. Come on, man. Stop.
Man,
this
he
shit,
was
man.
going off on somebody, on Terrence fucking Crawford, bro. Come on, stop
Man,
that.
he was going off on Leo Santa Cruz. He was going off on. Come on, man.
You know,
He done said something about Al and everything. Y'all remember?
yeah, man.
Y'all tripping. Y'all, that's why I say people got short memories, man.
No, I don't have short memories. I remember him on there.
Yeah,
You know,
you talk
and then
shit
y'all
about
daddy
Al.
got sick and all of that kind of.
So
Nah, I ain't even talking about with the WitchCon situation. I'm talking about the first time he came out. He was talking about, man, you know, it's either Leo or Al in them, and you know he said it right there when he did the shit to Leo father. But you know, people ain't him. People still was man, great wrestlers don't want to fight. Man, come on, man. You think a motherfucker gonna fight once a year, then he gonna come out and wait 2 years to fight?
So check this out. So Demetrius Andrade, he go fight another Rudy Poot ass, you know what I'm saying, fighter. He fights Zach Parker. He gonna beat him. And then what the fuck he do after that? Where does he go?
Man, keep making my money.
Huh?
Keep making my money.
Well, the thing about it is he the mandatory then. If he
The
beats Zach
mandatory
Parker,
for what?
the WBO belt at 168.
Man, bruh.
He the mandatory.
Man, I mean, I'm gonna keep making my money.
He gonna fight whoever he gotta fight, bro. Is he the mandatory?
Well, I don't think Canelo Alvarez is gonna stay at 168. I think he's gonna fight Canelo. I think he's gonna fight Triple G and then relinquish them titles. So he'll end up, I guess he'll be in a position to where he end up fighting the motherfucking for a vacant title. They're gonna have him fight a bum for a vacant title, and then it's gonna be the same shit that it was when he was at 160. He gonna have what'd you say, the WBO?
Yeah, he gonna have the WBO.
He gonna have the WBO belt. He gonna be over there wherever the fuck he gonna be, the zone, and he just gonna be right there. And ain't nobody gonna fight.
He might call out David Benavidez if David Benavidez don't grab his
that fight ain't happening.
I think it
ain't happening.
I think it's gonna.
Ain't nobody finna pay that motherfucker $10 million to fight David Benavidez.
I think it's gonna happen.
No $10 million.
I think that fight gonna happen.
Samson said we need $7 million to even start.
Bro, he already debunked that shit, bro.
No, hold on. He didn't. It doesn't matter what David Benavidez ain't the one getting the venue and fucking paying the other fighter. It does matter. It matters what his promoter said. David Benavidez ain't coming out of his motherfucking bank account for damn fighter. So,
bro, he said he would take less to make that fucking fight.
No, the promoter said it don't matter what David Benavidez said. I'm talking about what his manager said. His manager said no.
You heard what Mike Tyson said to do?
Hold on.
I'm not fighting nobody. I want this fucking guy. Period.
Let me finish though. His
and then go show Benavidez.
Hold on. His manager said, "Look, that's just the fighter talking. That's him talking. Yeah, that's just the fighter, right? But I'm telling you, we're not taking that fight. It's gonna take $7 million plus just to talk."
Nah, and they said, now go back why he said he ain't really taking the fight.
Hold on. And then they said 10 mil, and then he said, well, so what, like 10 mil? Yeah, somewhere around. That ain't happening.
I ain't talking about that interview. I'm talking about when he went on Barbershop Conversations. He got to talking about, man, the man, that's a too dangerous of a fighter. He's not going to stand there and
that's fine.
Cool. But we going back to what I said, that fight ain't happening. It's not going to happen. So, I mean, we could talk about that shit and say, David Benavidez,
after this shit happens.
David Benavidez want this and want that. Okay, but if your manager and your people saying
his managers is dead, his promoter is fucking Sam.
First of all, they not doing no business with the zone. He fuck with Al Heyman. That ain't happening. I don't know why y'all keep talking about this. Oh, David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade.
I'm just saying
that ain't happening, dog. That shit ain't gonna happen.
If David bluffing, then y'all gotta say what it is.
It ain't on David though. David want to fight, but it's a whole lot of issues. First of all, your manager don't want to fight. Then he on a whole nother promotional. He fuck with the zone. Then y'all fuck with Al Heyman. Al Heyman don't fuck with
promoter.
y'all.
His dad is his manager.
His promoter, whatever it is.
His daddy want to fight too. His daddy did interviews. His daddy want to fight.
The daddy, hold on. The daddy nor David Benavidez is the one that's putting up the money.
I mean,
David Benavidez said that he would.
If the zone put up the money and he signed the contract, then what?
Yep. What about it?
I mean, you know.
Okay.
Man, I hope it happens.
You think that the zone is gonna put up the money?
If you think that
the zone gonna put up $10 million for David Benavidez?
If he get a belt,
David Benavidez said he don't need $10 million, bro.
See,
I don't think they'd do it. I don't think they'd do it, Key, if he don't have a belt. I don't think they'd do it.
They're not gonna do it with a belt. It's crazy because y'all keep saying this shit, but
gonna get Jamal
y'all have seen, right? Y'all have seen this in boxing time and time again, over and over again. You've seen when he just had a belt all these years at 160.
If I was the zone,
y'all keep wishing and thinking shit gonna change.
If I was
it's not gonna change.
If I was the zone, I would take the fight out LA or Arizona, and David Benavidez.
You ain't the zone though. At the end of the day, Batman, you not.
I'm just saying.
Well, we gonna see. I ain't gonna just say it ain't gonna happen. Fuck that. We gonna see.
If the manager was speaking how he was speaking, it ain't gonna happen.
And if I'm Andre Favre, we just gonna keep making money. Fuck him. I'm gonna keep making money. If I look back. I'm a Hall of Famer with a shitty career because people.
You're not a Hall of Famer.
Cool.
You're not a Demetrius Andrade is not a Hall of Famer. Not with that resume.
Three. What's called?
It don't matter. He's not a Hall of Famer with that resume.
He's been a champion. He's been an undefeated champion for what?
That'll be 3 division world champion.
That's cool, but he ain't no Hall of Famer.
That's what's gonna get him in the Hall
not
of
with that resume.
A 3 division Hall of Fame.
It doesn't matter.
3 division, bro.
Okay, if I go to the local fucking middle school and beat up every kid at the middle school, am I the baddest man in my city?
He's still a 3 division world champion, Keon.
3 division world champion. I mean,
it don't matter. 3 division world champion.
You gotta look at who he fought.
Bro, they ain't gonna care about that.
They don't
care about that. All they know is he a 3 division world champion.
Anybody that's in the Hall of Fame, right? They at least have notable names on their resume.
All right, if that's the case, when Terrence Crawford said he's a Hall of Famer and he don't need Wisconsin, then he ain't getting in the Hall of Fame.
You cannot compare Terrence Crawford resume to Demetrius Andrade.
I can't. So now, I mean, the only good name on his resume is Sean Porter.
Terrence Crawford still had a better resume than Demetrius Andrade's without Sean Porter on it. He did.
I don't think so. I think they got the same type of resume. No.
So basically, for Demetrius, hold on. So y'all want to believe that they gonna go against Al Heyman for Demetrius Andrade. They gonna go against Al Heyman. They gonna go to the zone and all of a sudden do magic business with the zone. They gonna overpay for David Benavidez. They gonna do all this shit for Demetrius Andrade.
I'm gonna ask you this question, Keon. I'm gonna ask you this question. So your boy done backed out of 4 motherfucking fights. You think they won't let fucking Gervonta Davis fight Ryan Garcia?
What? Huh? What?
He backed out of 4 fucking fights from fucking PBC fighters.
Who was the 4 that he backed out? I need you to tell me that.
He backed out of fucking Gervonta Davis.
That's 1.
He backed out of fucking Fortuna. He backed out of fucking JoJo.
Huh? He do business.
Not a PBC fighter.
He do business with him.
Samson, so he do
but he
backed out of JoJo Diaz. And who else he backed out of? He backed out of Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the only one that's not
a PBC fighter.
Yeah, JoJo Diaz.
Devin Haney is not a PBC fighter. You name 1 fighter.
He named 2. He named 2 that do business just like David Benavidez.
The facts is the facts. None of them fighters are Al Haymon fighters except for Gervonta Tank Davis. And with Gervonta Tank Davis, right?
So
they had a they were talking about in the media that they was gonna fight. They never had no contract. They never came to no type of deal or none of that. That shit was all talking to media.
Yeah, they never signed the contract.
So he never backed out of no fight with Al Haymon.
They didn't try to get it done. Shit, the Fortuna Al Haymon fighter. He fight on PBC.
Like I said, he didn't never back out of no fight with Al Haymon. It's a fact.
All right, cool. So David Benavidez is not an Al Haymon fighter.
David Benavidez fights on the Showtime network, and he do business with Samson. He fights exclusively on Showtime. He fights exclusively on Showtime.
Hey, y'all think this gonna be an easy fight for fucking Boo Boo, but it's not.
I mean, look.
Why would you say it wouldn't be an easy fight?
Because
who's Zach Parker beat for you to say that?
I'm watching. It's not about who's beat.
I know what happened.
I'm looking at the way he fight. That's all I'm saying.
So you telling me you turn some film on right now, and him in there with a bomb is telling
not
you
a
that
bum.
he gonna. Man, he is a bum.
Say, bro, I'm just saying the fucking dude that's a big motherfucker, bro. And that bitch got
coach.
Good quickness. Coach. I'm not saying he gonna win, bro.
Coach, no.
I'm not saying
his
he gonna win.
His resume is full of bums.
So it's Boo Boo.
How is that telling you that he gonna have a?
So it's Boo Boo's resume, according to you. So it's Boo Boo.
Y'all talking about Boo Boo? What is y'all doing?
So it's Boo Boo's.
He talking about Boo Boo.
Not nowhere near fucking this dude.
It's still trash. Trash is trash.
Who you talking about, Keith?
He telling me.
I say that Zach Parker could fight.
He telling me that he looking at Zach Parker right now in the background, and he telling me that
I said it ain't gonna be an easy fight. That's what I said.
He said that Zach Parker is gonna give Demetrius Andrade some problems, right? And I said
I didn't say that.
You said it's not gonna be an easy fight. If it ain't an easy fight, that means you're gonna give him some problems. So,
but then you said, how you know? Look at his resume. Well, look at Boo Boo resume.
He ain't got none but bombs on his resume. Coach.
And so the Boo Boo.
Not to the degree that Zach Parker got.
You can't do that, Keon. Man, you looking at the eye test, right? That's what you look at with Boo Boo. That's all we really got to go on the eye test.
I've been to sent I sent the invite a long time ago, G5.
With Demetrius Andrade, all we got is the eye test. Pretty much, because everybody in the fought is trash.
I mean, that's true. Well,
so that's what I'm doing. The eye test. That's all I can go on. That's it. It's the same shit, bro.
I just know when he get to work, he be working with A-class fighters and be beating up on them. But
yeah, I'm not saying Boo Boo ain't cold. Now you ain't gonna get me to say it. I'm just saying keep that same energy. We don't know this guy because who he fought. Boo Boo ain't fought nobody either. So
knockout, you can't sit up here and tell me that this dude Parker, that you know that Parker is better than motherfucking Liam Williams.
He'll fuck Liam Williams all the way up.
He will
beat the fuck out of Liam Williams.
Y'all gauging him fighting a whole bunch of fucking 6 and 11 fighters. Like,
same as Boo Boo.
Like I said,
it's sad. You see, you don't keep the same energy, dog.
European bombs.
It's the same shit, bro. No, he done fought some brothers up in there. I'm watching them. He done fought some brothers.
They all trash. They all of them.
And all Boo Boo shit is trash, bro. Stop.
Every single one. So you telling me that all Boo Boo's fights is trash, but then you the same one to tell me that he beat the shit out of Canelo. Make that shit make sense.
Because I just said,
I'm gonna tell you why.
I said because of the eye test. Not
the eye test, the 34-year-old man with a resume like him showing you that he could beat Canelo.
I know. I mean,
you can say whatever you want, bro. There's a reason why Canelo won't get his monkey ass in the ring with him. There's a reason why Canelo don't want to fight fucking Demetrius Andrade and fucking Benavidez. There's a reason. And motherfucking trainers know the reason why. Trainers know the reason why.
Demetrius Andrade ain't never did shit or fought nobody to show me that he'll get in the ring and beat Canelo.
Why Canelo don't want to fuck with him then?
Huh?
No,
Well,
why Canelo?
I ain't saying nothing about a
nobody else
Honda.
want to fuck with
I
him.
didn't say nothing about a
Why
Honda.
Canelo?
But hold on.
It's-
Why don't none of these other fighters want to fuck with him? They all
know
say
they
the
gonna
same
get the
shit.
shit
He don't
whipped
bring
out of
shit
because
to the
they know that it's a fucking hard ass fight.
It might be. It might be. You might be right. But like I said, I have not seen nothing in the past. I'm gonna just say 5 fights that show me that Demetrius Andrade can beat anybody on Canelo Alvarez level. I ain't seen
right.
shit.
Name one person on Canelo fucking resume that he can't beat. Go ahead, name that.
Name one person on
Name
Canelo.
person?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Name one person on Canelo resume that Demetrius Andrade can't beat.
Name it.
Floyd
I'll
Mayweather.
wait. I'll wait. Go ahead.
Floyd Mayweather.
He too big for Floyd.
He lost, motherfucker. I'm talking about the ones he won, and we talking about late. Come on. Demetrius Andrade beats the shit out of Floyd right now.
Man, I'm not. You didn't say right now. You said name one fighter on his resume that he can't beat. I don't think
he too big.
He's too big for Floyd, bro.
He can't beat Laura in his prime.
Bullshit.
He can't beat Laura in his prime.
Bullshit.
Can't beat Laura
ass in his prime. Man,
Can't beat Laura in his prime.
Man,
hold on. Demetrius Andrade, he couldn't move up and beat the Crusher Kovalev. Couldn't move up and beat Kovalev.
He hit a box Crusher Kovalev eyeballs out. Man, stop that.
What? Because you say so?
Boy, that's what you saying.
Because you say so?
And the condition the Crusher was that night, you fucking right. Boo Boo would have stopped him just like
it's so don't try to sit up here and say that Canelo Alvarez resume is trash because that's what you kind of insinuate.
No, what I said.
That's what you insinuate.
The lately that he been fighting, Boo Boo will watch all of them.
All right, now let's go
Ain't no Marvin Hawkins. I don't need to do no motherfucking homework on shit. We're talking about the professionals. Ain't nobody talking about no goddamn amateurs. Ain't nobody talking about no amateurs in here.
All right, listen. All right, let me break it down.
Adrian Broner was one of the best amateurs ever. What the fuck that's supposed to mean in the professional ranks?
Adrian Broner one of the best amateurs ever.
He was. Go look at his amateur record. Go look at his amateur record.
He always lost at the joint. He always lost at the big game.
Go look. Demetrius Andrade wouldn't know on the he didn't win no Olympic gold medal, silver or bronze.
He made the team.
Yeah, he made the team. What medal he win? So come on, I don't want to hear no amateurs. We talking about
man, my little brother.
Man, hold on. This man almost 35 years old, and we talking about what he did in the amateurs.
Gary Antoine Russell should have won a gold
medal. This man is almost 35 years old, and we going back to what he did in the amateurs. Come on, bro.
I know he pushed up on
this is y'all argument. This y'all argument. We gotta go back to what he did in the amateurs to make an argument.
I'm not making no argument. This is what I know that's facts. This is what I know that's facts. He pushed up on Triple G and in front of Triple G face. Triple G turned it down immediately in the ring. No, I don't want to fight you. Bow.
Thank you, Batman. Thank you, Knockout. Thank you, Knockout. But they don't want to bring that up. Right? They don't want to bring that up. They just let that shit go like it never happened before.
So somebody have a tough night. So what?
He don't get up for the. He know he fights.
Now hold on. Now see how y'all niggas sound. See how y'all niggas sound. So you niggas like to move the goalpost.
Struggled against Lynn Williams. So why Canelo ain't?
I ain't moving no goalpost.
So
no. Because you talking about somebody had a tough night. So what? He had a tough night, and then Batman gonna backdoor you talking about.
So Canelo just beat. So Canelo beat up Laura, huh? So Canelo just beat up Laura, huh? Huh?
You go.
He had a tough night.
Argument. Hold on, Coach. So your argument is to go back to 2013 and we.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, he was younger then.
That's your
argument. He was younger then.
That's your argument. We want to go back to 2013.
Man, he struggled with Laura. He struggled with Danny.
He's supposed to struggle with Laura. Laura was one of the best fighters in the world. What are you talking about?
Who? He struggled with.
Come on, Batman. Is you serious?
This is what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna drop the link for this link is for Knockout and it's for
This is what I'm gonna say, which is a fact.
This is a
Y'all
fact.
talking about, he struggled with Laura. He was supposed to struggle with Laura.
Hold on.
No, he struggled with what's his name?
This is what I do know, nigga. At 160 pounds, that motherfucker could have been undisputed at 160. They
That
had
don't
one
have
man,
shit to do
so we
with
know
what we
why.
talking
Because
about.
that bitch scared of
Dude,
point.
niggas was
It
scared
had
to
nothing
fight.
to do
now.
with what we talking about right now.
Of course
No,
it does.
you saying-
Because
no.
you brought Canelo up.
You saying Demetrius Andrade some shit just like Canelo?
I didn't bring
saying
Canelo up. Somebody else brought him up.
No, you brought
No.
Canelo up.
No. You saying Canelo? Demetrius Andrade some shit just like Canelo was trying to say. If he was much some shit, he.
I did not bring
undisputed.
Canelo up. One of y'all brought him up. First of all,
I ain't bring Canelo up.
I didn't bring him
I
up.
never brought
Yeah,
Canelo
you did.
up. But
No,
listen,
I didn't.
all right, but listen. You saying Demetrius Andrade some shit, right? That's what you saying, right?
I never said that. You lying again. You never
I'm
heard me say
asking
that
you.
shit.
I'm
I said
asking
his resume is some shit.
All right, is he some shit? Fuck his resume. Is he some shit?
Nah, he a good fighter.
All right then, man. All right.
So what
That's
is he
all I
saying?
need to know, man. That's all I need to know.
So what are we talking about? I
All the
wanna
top
know what
dogs.
we talking about.
All the top dogs is ignoring him because he's a good fighter.
Point blank.
I don't care about his resume. I just know he been in position. He been in position to fight some of these guys' favorite fighters,
And they
and
scared.
they ain't answer the bell.
They fucking scared. Point blank. Period.
So you telling me? So y'all believe that everybody is that scared of Demetrius Andrade?
I know Canelo Alvarez is.
But but he did.
All the rest of them, yep. All the rest of them is pussy.
Hold on.
All the rest of them is pussies. Yep.
I said we just seen him struggle. Hold on, we just seen him struggle against Liam Williams not too long ago. And y'all niggas bring up 2013 talking about some. Well, Canelo he struggled against Laura.
What he did in his last fight?
Did
he struggle in his last
Why you gonna say y'all though?
Did he struggle in his last fight?
So he ain't have a chance to make his resume better.
Oh man.
How you gonna make his resume better if you can't get nobody in the ring?
And he don't turn that fight down.
You
can't. He had a chance to fight Laura too. He ain't want to fight him because he lost to him in the amateurs. Said he was born.
Thank you, OTB.
But you lost to him in the amateurs. No, I'm not buying that boo-boo shit. Boo-boo had a chance to be great. If he fight Jamel Charlo, he fight Laura. We ain't having this conversation today because we got grade A competition that he went to fight. When he turned down the Jamel Charlo fight, he was supposed to make more than he had ever made before. Fuck what your opposition making. What you done made before now. He turned that shit down. Fuck boo-boo.
A knockout in G5. What's happening with it, my
brother?
brother?
Bad. Salute to the panel.
Salute,
man. Salute, coach. Salute, knockout. What up, G?
Real quick on that note, not only Jamel Charlo, but you can go to Steven Espinosa's timeline about a week ago. He said when Demetrius Andrade went and signed that DAZN deal, he signed that deal turning down Jamal Charlo as well. So he had an opportunity to fight a bunch of people, bro. Again. He just went up. He did some stupid shit. He did some stupid shit with the Rock Nation shit. He did some stupid shit with the Rock Nation shit. Then instead of signing to fight Jamal Charlo in a 2-fight deal with Showtime, he went over there and signed with DAZN with no guarantees of a Triple G fight and no guarantees of a Canelo fight.
Now that was the fucked up part.
That's his stupid ass shit.
Hey, on the plate, you don't know what the fuck what's his name told him? Motherfucking Eddie Hearn.
I do know this. I know this though, Bat. He had one deal on the table where, hey, this is who you fighting. This is who we got for you. You gonna get this Charlo fight, and we want to sign you to a multiple fight deal. On the other table, he had, hey, we want to sign you, but shit, we ain't guaranteeing Triple G. We ain't guaranteeing shit, but just come on over here. And he chose to go over there where he didn't know who the hell they were gonna have him fighting, bro. Straight up,
he chose the most money.
He turned down both Charlos, bro. Both of them.
He chose the money over the fight. I mean,
okay, so when he do that, when he doing shit like that, bro, we can't come back and be like, oh, everybody's scared of him. Everybody ducking him.
It's two sides to the story. I didn't say everybody. I said at 160, Jamal Charlo don't want to fight him. He keep blaming it on his brother. But they offered him
Jamal
$7 million.
Charlo already made him an offer 2 or 3 years ago, though, bro. Before he even signed
I
to
said Jamal. Oh,
Jamal Charlo at 160 when Andrade was at 160. Go look up what Espinosa said. They offered him a Jamal M-A-L-L Jamal Charlo fight.
He said
at 160 to unify. He chose to sign with the zone instead, bro.
He was already at the zone before Jamal. They went to 160.
Yeah, he was at the zone after the
Jamel. What are you talking about? It was Jamel.
Yeah, it was Jamel. That wasn't Jamal. That was Jamel.
He got offered both of them dudes, bro. Y'all gotta go look at what Steven Espinosa
said. That was when they was at 154. That was when they was at 154. Bow. When he got to 160, Eddie Hearn tried to offer Jamel $7 million. I mean, he tried to offer him $7 million for a unification match. And now that all right, you did what Allen wanted you to do, ain't take the fight, but that was about to be your biggest bag because Canelo ain't gonna fight you.
Like I said, at the end of the day, I watch all this man
fight.
I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing that show me that he'll whoop Canelo Alvarez right now.
Hey,
I mean,
guess what?
Styles make me say,
yeah, it's not what you see. It's not what you see. You know what? Who see it? That little fucking short Mexican guy named Eddie Reynoso. That's who see.
Well,
not
everybody else that y'all claiming is so afraid of him, they see it too. But I don't see it.
Well, guess what? Eddie Reynoso see it,
and
you know who else see it?
Kryptonite for Canelo.
And you know who else see it?
What'd you say, OT?
I said the things that Boo Boo good at is really kryptonite for Canelo. Boo Boo got a very active jab. He play the angles.
But
Canelo walk people down. Canelo walk you down, but Canelo don't have an active jab neither. So for a fighter who ain't about to jab you, but just about to walk up on you, it's kryptonite when you got a big fighter who good in the pocket. Boo Boo can fight in the pocket. He's
everywhere.
Slick, and he have defensive responsibility. But he just ain't did it against grade A oppositions.
And
so I ain't able to say that.
Like I said, against
Andre can crack.
You fucking right, Andre can crack.
Okay. Come on, coach.
Boy, Andre can crack. He got shit, boy. I'm telling you right now.
He got decent power. He got decent power. He ain't cracking. He ain't cracking tones like that, bro.
Bro, y'all acting like motherfuckers don't get knocked out by Andre. Look at his keep knocking motherfuckers out.
But if you look at his knockouts, they all in close distance.
His power don't generate through the whole fight. Like
right, and they short shots.
Like the first
I wouldn't even finish to explain to myself. He got decent power, but we not finna act like he just
I know when I mean crack, that mean he could hurt you. He punched harder than fucking Caleb Plant. I bet you that.
Yeah, go ahead, finish back. I want to hear what you're saying.
No, I ain't gonna debunk you on that. No.
But I know the main source. The face of boxing is scared of Boo Boo Andrade because he tried to convince his fans that Demetrius Andrade is a shitty fighter.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, right? I'm gonna tell y'all like this, just like Kevin Lyles in the comments, right? Niggas is real quick to say, oh, Canelo can't do this and he can't do that. Well, why the fuck he at where he at if he can't do so much of shit? His footwork is horrible. He horrible at this. He horrible at that. Why the hell explain that to me? Why is he at where he at?
I can tell you why.
All these motherfuckers.
I want to hear everybody's explanation of this. I want to hear everybody's explanation of this.
Why is he this horrible at everything?
I can tell you why.
At where he at? It sounds like to me that you niggas have just a deep personal vendetta and you don't want to keep it real.
I got no personal
I'm going to tell you why, though. If you don't know why, then something wrong with you.
And I don't even like him like that, but y'all got to stop with the bullshit.
After Laura, hold up. After Laura, he picks and chooses.
Here we go, Batman. Batman, we know how you are. We know how you is when it comes to that dude.
I ain't so much as even looking at his resume.
Shit.
I'm gonna tell you why.
It ain't no come on key shit.
No,
y'all niggas act like
Canelo great in the pocket.
Hold on. Let me address this shit. Because you niggas get to acting like if you black and you say something good about Canelo, oh man, come on. Fuck all that bullshit, man. I'm talking boxing.
Yeah.
What y'all talking
No.
about?
No,
I don't
boxing
like everything.
Canelo is
Just
great
like everything.
in
I
the
don't
pocket.
like everything
He
that
A
the
plus.
dude do. Right? But at the end of the day, I'm not finna sit up here in front and act like he ain't no hell of a fighter. And he don't do this and he don't do that. If he didn't do everything y'all said he don't do, and if he that fucking trash at all these fundamental things that y'all talking about, he wouldn't be at where he at.
That's bullshit.
No, that's not true though, Key. That's not true, Key. Because
it is true. You cannot have a resume like he got and beat the fighters that
so
he.
you telling me he got an active jab?
Cannot be good.
So you telling me you can show me where he don't never throw a lot of jabs? He don't have an active jab. He great in the pocket, just like Gervonta Davis, Adrian Bronner. A lot of fighters put pressure on you just by walking up on you because your reaction make you throw punches at them.
OTB. That's very true. His jab ain't active, but also he got some of the most elite head movement in the game. He's an elite counter puncher.
Yeah,
I mean, he does some things very well.
I agree, but the things that he do, that's why all I was saying is the things that Boo Boo good at is a bad matchup for him. When you fighting a fighter and you that good in the pocket, you don't like throwing no punches to walk up on a person. A person with a jab who understand the line is gonna be hard for you to close the distance on.
That's one way. That's one way to look at it, bro. That's one way to look at it. But what I'd also say. It's the same question that I always pose to people when we start breaking down these fights. So I saw in the back half of the fight against Liam Williams be able to close the distance. Liam Williams be able to get him tired, hurt him, hit him to the body, hit him up top, and land some really good shots on him. You mean to tell me that if Liam Williams can press him and can give him trouble, you mean to tell me that Canelo Alvarez ain't a badass matchup for him too? Like, that's a hard-ass matchup for Andrade, too. Like, we can say Andrade is a tough matchup for Canelo.
Right.
But the thing is, Austin Trout, fucking Daniel Jacobs, those types of fighters, they get you ready to fight somebody like Demetrius Andrade, Liam Williams, Quigley Wiggly from the Piggly Wiggly, motherfuckers like that. They don't get you ready for Canelo, bro. Straight up and down.
One of them not trying to get
not.
Then Canelo got a very good ring IQ. We ain't gotta like him, but he a smart fighter. He know he don't have the best feet or the best movement, so his upper body and his head movement is on point.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Not you too. Come on, Gabe. Not you too.
Huh?
Let me say this.
I'm fucking with you. I'm about
to say, damn, I ain't finished my statement.
Come on, man. Not you too.
Let me say this.
Yeah, hold on. Let me finish my point. So, if any fighter, if you cannot hurt Canelo, you're not gonna beat him. I'm just gonna tell you that straight off the rip. If you can't hurt him, he gonna end up walking you down and knocking your ass out.
Demetrius Andrade, he is a great fighter for the first 4 rounds. After that, if he don't get you out of there, he mediocre.
All right, can I go now?
That dude, he not that fucking good. His power don't carry in the second. Hold on, his power never carries in the second half of the fight. Never do. You know what I'm saying? And he got a lot of flaws, but everybody always want to point out Canelo Alvarez's flaws. Oh, Canelo, he can't do this. He can't do that. What about these other dudes? What flaws do they have?
Can I go now?
You're right.
I know for a fact. I know for a fact that one of these fighters y'all talking about is trying to get in the ring with the other, and the other is not. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
The other with me is, I mean, you know, after Lara, he stood away from niggas like that can really blocks and move and create distance and got a good IQ, got athleticism. He stays away from them type of fighters. You know, he picks
it's a tough matchup for him.
Okay,
what style he wants to fight. But
Batman,
go ahead.
Batman, okay, and this is the truth. And don't make no excuses when I bring it up, because I'm only bringing up facts. When he was finna fight Caleb Plant, you said the same exact thing. I said it too, right? I'm a key. I thought he would beat Caleb. I thought Caleb Plant would beat him because of that. You said the same thing, right? Then after he beat Caleb Plant, you got so much hate for Canelo. You said that the fight was fixed.
Man, mentally he bitched out. He was Caleb Plant was winning.
See,
well, beyond what we can't deny is that Boo Boo done been this man's mandatory twice. You ain't never fought him.
That's
so
true.
Obviously we can all admit that it's something that he know is gonna be a problem.
Bruh, I've been saying this shit, bro. I've been there. Eddie Reynoso knows who to match him up with. And now let's get back to this. This is the one thing I want to say. When Keon asked this question, how could the man get where he is because of this and this? Number one, this is why he could get what he is, because he got a whole fucking country behind him. That's number one. That's how he got the biggest fucking bag. After he fucking beat Chavez Jr. and then he ended up fighting Triple G and he beat Triple G. See, that's how he got the big fucking thing. And he fought another fighter who has avoided fighting the fucking best. That's what.
Can't discredit his talent.
Hold on. You went around exactly what you went around everything.
Hold on. Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Discredit his talent.
Hold on. My point was, is he couldn't get to where he is, right? Beating the fighters that he beat if he wasn't good. Don't act like that man ain't beat no motherfucking good fighters.
Not saying that, but has he beat the fucking best fighters?
Well, that's Triple G was one of the best fighters when he beat him.
Who?
You heard what I said, Coach.
He said Triple G was one of the best fighters when he beat him.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. That's
Triple G
that fucking resume. Pull that resume up. Pull that fucking resume up. Pull that fucking resume up. Pull his resume up. Yeah, he was the. You know what? He was the best fighter because HBO told y'all he was the best fighter. That's why that motherfucking resume was trash, and double trash.
Kevin Lyles, I'm gonna drop you a link because you got a whole bunch of shit. Y'all got a lot of shit to say.
Triple G wasn't no fucking best fighter when you only person you fought was fucking Danny Jacobs.
Man, y'all sitting up here talking about a motherfucking. You talking about all these other fighters, but you telling me that Triple G wasn't one of the best fighters?
He was. No. Yeah, HBO told you he was one of the best. That motherfucker was fighting European after European after European.
Like you shitting on Boo resume.
If he wasn't one of the best fighters, make your point and tell me how his motherfucking Demetrius Andrade one of the best fighters.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
Can I say this, Keon?
Go ahead, Bat. I know where you're going with
Triple G. By your standards that you doing with Demetrius Andrade, resume wise, he was not the best fighter.
He had beat Daniel Jacobs already.
It.
That's it.
Can I say something real quick, bro? Like, I understand the whole country behind you shit. I understand the whole him getting opportunities that maybe other fighters don't get. That's what I'm on his head about. Like, I get all that. We can't act like beating Kermit Citron, Shane Mosley, Austin Trout, Josecito Lopez, Miguel Cotto, Amir Khan, Triple G, Daniel Jacobs, Sergey Kovalev, Caleb Plant, Callum Smith, like, you don't beat these motherfuckers if you can't fight, bro.
And let's look at the way that the history books gonna look at it, y'all.
You don't beat fighters like that, whether they passed it or it's a catch weight or it's you do not beat fighters that are that good. Some of them Hall of Fame fighters, unless you can fight, bro. You don't. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Oh my God, man! I asked y'all a simple question.
But you don't want to keep it 100.
Was he fighting? No, because because
so biased. You want to
because this is why. Because I'm not fucking blind. That's why
you're trying to sit up here and make a narrative to me and tell me, oh, he only's where he at just because he got a whole country behind him, and you're full of shit right now.
Let me be 16 straight champions, bro. 16.
Those things are secondary to his
right now.
What you saying is right, Coach?
Don't say Canelo beat 16 straight champions.
He's where he's at because of the country behind him. He's where he's at because of his popularity. Those are secondary though. He's mainly where he's at because of his talent, bro.
All right, can I say this?
Who has he, bro?
Which fighter that you know that went to superstardom by losing their biggest fight in their fucking
that has nothing to do with shit that we talking about. Stop moving the goalposts and bringing up shit that's irrelevant. That don't have no relevancy to nothing that we're talking about. What it's doing is showing y'all. It's showing that y'all can't set aside your hate
Superman.
Hold on.
No, I'm telling y'all, he's not Superman.
Before you can argue or debate me, you need to learn how to set aside your hate that you have for him.
I don't have hate.
Hold on.
You
I don't
act
necessarily like him
right
like
now.
that. I don't necessarily like. Hold on.
He lost.
I don't necessarily like him like that. I'm sure that Knockout don't necessarily like him like that.
No, I can't stand.
I don't necessarily like him like that. But we can separate the dislike and talk boxing.
I never said he was.
And to answer the question that you had, Batman, Ricky Hatton, who wasn't shit, he lost to Floyd Mayweather, got his ass whooped, and he ended up getting the Manny Pacquiao fight just because he got his ass whooped by Floyd Mayweather. So he became a bigger star.
And not only that knockout, but hold on.
Zab Judah.
Let me say this. Zab Judah too.
Because Bob Arum did the same thing with Terrence Crawford, tried to get the same matchup that the same fighter that they was trying to get Floyd to fight. I mean,
I'm just answering your question. You said name the fighter who became a bigger star after the biggest fight of their career, Ricky Hatton.
Can we admit that that's something good for boxing? It's good for boxing that he fought the best and then watch the rest of his record.
He lost all his big fights, and also
zero.
Like Zab lost he lost all his big fights and some fights that weren't that big. He still, Costa Tszyu, Floyd,
HOF.
Like he still, we still had big fights. Like,
let me get this super chat.
I can't believe Batman.
I get you. See, here's the thing. There's not that many.
Hold on. Let me get the super chat out the way, and I'm gonna let y'all go. My man Darius Galar says, Key, he said, when you watched the fight with Triple G, did you think that Canelo won? The first fight, I watched it over probably like 6 or 7 times, and I scored it a draw every time. The second fight, Canelo beat his ass. So the answer, yeah, I did.
So just Batman, I'm not sure what you mean by superstars. To me, there haven't been that many superstars in boxing. There's been like a handful over like 120 years. Like if you're talking about superstars, right? Now you're talking about like Ali, Tyson, Sugar Ray Robinson, maybe like Jack Dempsey back in the day, something like that. If you say it's superstars,
bro, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like, what does he mean by a superstar? Well, he said like who loses their big ones and then become a superstar afterwards. But I feel like there's a bunch of Hall of Famers and stars in their own right? Like I think Zab Judah is a star. Would you say he's a superstar? I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Of course, Zab was a superstar. Zab was undisputed at 2 levels. You ever watch the Zab fight?
I mean, I get it. That's why I brought up Zab Judah, but he said he wasn't a superstar. So I don't know what Batman means by superstar. What is he? Bro, who is he talking about?
This is my point behind this whole shit. The narrative is this. We see the way he moves. He don't fight the best all fucking time. When you on that level, you need to be fighting the fucking best. Now, if you gonna be if you such a fucking superstar and the greatest fighter of all this shit that they putting him right now, why did you run out of 154 when it was time to fight the brothers?
But you don't say that shit about Sugar Ray Leonard, and he ain't fight Aaron Pryor.
Why did you
retired, came back, fought Tommy Hearns, retired, came back, and fought everybody when they was most vulnerable. So we gotta keep the same energy.
I'm talking about Canelo Alvarez. Why did you run out of 160 to avoid fights? Why did you take a franchise belt? Why, when you were supposed to fight Jamal Charlo, you decided to pick a fucking Rocky Fielding? And then y'all call that great. I call that bullshit. That's y'all.
I feel what you're saying, Coach. And the reason why is because all of those fights was tough ass fights. And he didn't want to take on those fights. But then my question,
you can't be the fucking best if you don't fight the best.
Coach, hold on.
My question would be though.
Conversation about who's the best and who ain't. This was a conversation, right? My whole thing is that you and Batman want to make it like he is only where he at because of him being put in the position. You don't want to give him credit for what he's done in his career and who he's beat. That's the problem. That's my problem. You don't want to give him no credit. Oh, he just put there. The man can fucking fight. I don't know why it's so hard for you to say, hey, he's a very, very good fighter, but I don't like the way that he moves. That's it. Just say that.
Nigga never said he couldn't fight. I said he ducking Demetrius Andrade. I never said he couldn't fight.
But you never want to say that he can. That shit is like, it's like it's going to burn your motherfucking tongue to say, I don't like the way he moved, but the motherfucker can fight his ass off.
And this ain't the first time we seen this shit.
Bitch niggas. I mean, because y'all like bitch niggas.
And see, my problem is, and another thing, right? This is the same shit that a lot of Floyd Mayweather haters used to say about him. They used to make every excuse why Floyd was in the position that he was. And they would say the same shit that y'all saying and make a million excuses. Hold on. No, nothing. Because I know what I used to see and I know what I've heard. So you can't tell me that they didn't used to say the same shit about Floyd and make a million excuses, but do everything but say, hey, he was just a very great fighter, but we didn't like some of the things that he did and how he moved. They would not give him no credit. Everything, well, Floyd did this. Oh, well, it was because of this. It was always something, an excuse, right? Instead of
there's no comparison.
Them the niggas that followed Floyd's career when Floyd got at the height of his career. So
there's no comparison anyway. Because anything close, let's run it back. Not Canelo. He left fucking Lara. That fight was close. He ain't fucking want to no more of that smoke. No more. That's the difference between great and
but hey,
oh, he like Floyd.
He cut out. Let me just say this: like I get all the smoke with Canelo because I give it to him on a daily, bro. All you gotta do is check the catalog, and a lot of y'all know that because y'all subscribe.
And I do too.
But at the same time, okay, cool, that's true. Now let me put that to the side. Now explain to me why Demetrius Andrade let this man run his whole goddamn career. Why he ain't winning did shit since Canelo been ducking him for 2 divisions, right? Like y'all say, why he ain't doing shit, bro? Why he running this bitch fight? How has he tried, bro?
I mean, he tried to fight Jamal Charlo. He tried to
the only one he really trying to fight is Canelo. He ain't trying to fight nobody, bro.
Hey, knockout, stop this shit.
Triple G don't want to fight.
He walked in the ring after the Dervin Chinko and Triple G fight. Tried to get the smoke. Triple G turned him down off the break, said no.
Bro, it's the same shit we say about Terrence Crawford, bro. Why did you go over there knowing that you had no guarantees? You knew you had no guarantees of a fight. It ain't like you signed to the motherfuckers and they was like, yeah, we promise you Triple G. We got him signed on the dotted line. It ain't like you signed to the motherfuckers and they say, yeah, we got Canelo over here too. We got him signed to the dotted line to fight you. He went over there with a horrible ass business move in a badass situation, and now he want to be bailed out with everybody ducking me. Don't nobody want to fight me. Well, you shouldn't have did that stupid ass shit and took your ass over there in the first place.
Question, knockout.
He did it like
hold on. Let me ask you this. Let me ask knockout a question, right? Since Coach and Batman and all these niggas in the comments, Demetrius Andrade is just the scariest thing in the world, and he's so great, and he's the greatest thing that's walking in boxing right now. Well, hold on. How come he didn't go and knock out Janabek then? How come he ain't go and knock off Janabek if he's that fucking good?
I never said.
Can you answer that for me, knockout?
What I think. Janabek, they always hit you with this high risk, low reward shit. But to me, that sound like some duck shit. So you saying you cool with low risk?
Sound like some Canelo shit, huh? Sound like some Canelo shit, huh?
To me, he thinks Zach Parker. He thinks Zach Parker might be an easier fighter at 168, but Zach Parker is big. He's strong. Demetrius Andrade ain't never been at that weight before, and Zach Parker can punch. So he can fight. Half a dozen, 6 the other, whatever the saying is. I think he picked his way that he want to go because he's still chasing down Canelo. Trying to get that Canelo back.
They say he is. He would have just knocked off Janabek and kept his motherfucking belt, right? That's what I'm thinking.
And then keep in mind, we always talk about Top Rank got the best this. They got the best matchmakers in boxing. Well, they matchmakers. They in Bob Arum ear. Bob Arum don't go to the WBO and tell them to mandate some shit unless his matchmakers telling him it's a favorable matchup for his fighter. Bob Arum loves to promote people that look like Janabek and that are from countries that Janabek is from. So Top Rank is telling you right now, they think Janabek beat the shit out of Demetrius Andrade. Otherwise, they wouldn't have called him to be the mandatory because they run the WBO. So it ain't just me saying it. The best matchmakers in the game, they think Janibek will beat the shit out of Demetrius Andrade. Just keeping it a buck.
They the best matchmaker.
That's their opinion.
I thought you was the best matchmaker. You was the best matchmaker. You make the best fights.
Let's move on.
No, we got matchmakers. When I say matchmakers, Batman, I'm talking about when they come to building a fighter, making sure their fighters getting favorable matchups and shit like that. That's what I'm talking about.
Now let's move on because we got way off track, you know. And my last thing I'm gonna say is,
you took us off track.
I've been on Canelo Alvarez helmet many times. I'm not a huge fan of Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? I don't like a lot of shit that he do, but my whole thing is I just got to give fighters, whether it's Canelo or whoever it is, I got to give them they just do credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to act like the man can't fucking fight his ass off and he just been put in the position. You know, but you know, it is what it is, bro. We go say this shit all the time.
And the crazy thing is, I agree with Batman and Coach about Canelo, but I just think Andrade need a little smoke blown his way too, though, bro. He need a little.
Keon just hate Andrade, man.
No, I don't like Demetrius Andrade. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you. I don't like Demetrius Andrade, but I do. No, hold on. But I do think that he can fight his ass off in the ring. I just don't. I think that he's past his prime now, and he's not as good as he was at 154. Now, if we was talking about 154-pound Demetrius Andrade when he was active and you know what I'm saying, when he was in his prime, that I think that he would have beat Canelo. Right now, I don't think that he could beat Canelo. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, you know, what it boils down to. My man Joe Jack in the in that super chat, he says Black Murderers Road 2.0. He says salute Keon and the whole panel, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. But like I said, I'm talking boxing. If Demetrius Andrade and Canelo fought, who would I go for? I'm going for Andrade to beat his ass. I just don't think he can. That's just it with me.
But I'm like I said, man, I don't think the man Superman, like all the experts and a couple of men good men that I know he's not Superman. But you know, I seen him lose twice, but he got gifted one fight. But you know, it is what it is.
Yep. So let's go. Let's move on to this main topic, y'all. And y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? We giving y'all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? With all my brothers up here, we giving y'all entertainment. Hit the like button. So let's move into Devin Haney. Let's talk about this Devin Haney, George Kambosos, because we've been hearing all over YouTube, all the news saying that Devin Haney and George Kambosos, that fight is gonna happen next. And it's basically, you know what I'm saying, it's done. That's what we've been hearing. But like I told y'all yesterday, I said I hope that the fight get completed, but I don't believe nothing until we got a motherfucking venue, a date, and we got the fight signed, both fighters' names on the contract, right? And we don't have that. I was watching the Boxing Voice today, and Bill Haney was on there. And Bill Haney says, well, I haven't seen I haven't got presented with a contract as of yet, right? He said, we just heard yesterday that George Kambosos was moving on from Virgil Lomachenko. We just heard this yesterday. So my man Danny said, well, Eddie Hearn earlier did an interview earlier. Eddie Hearn said that, you know, that he was sent the contract from Lou DiBella, right? So I guess today Eddie Hearn was sent the contract. They haven't, at that point in time, Bill hadn't got the contract yet. And they said that Eddie Hearn was like, well, you know, they got to look over it. They got to look over it and see if it's, you know, if that's what it is. Now, obstacle is they still don't know what promotional company, like where they gonna have it, who's gonna present it, like who gonna pick it up. Because Bill is like, well, you know, it's a few different people that want to pick up this fight. They don't even got that shit in place yet, right? They don't even have that in place yet. We don't know what's in that contract. It's a lot of things that need to be worked out still for us to be saying that this fight is done. You know what I'm saying? This fight ain't done. You feel me? All we have right now is George Kambosos saying, yeah, I'm going to fight Devin Haney. But George Kambosos come out and he says, well, Devin Haney better hurry up and send the contract. I mean, Devin Haney better hurry up and sign the contract because we got a lot of other fighters that want this fight. That shit sounds suspect to me. I'm just saying. I know how boxing is. One day, everybody could be jumping up and down. Oh, it's happening. And then the next day, some shit could fall through. Now, I don't know what's in that contract. Is Devin Haney and Bill going to agree to having 2 fights back-to-back in Australia if they win? You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that need to be agreed. And as far as another thing I heard Bill saying, Bill was like, well, because they was asking, is DAZN gonna be involved? And Bill was like, well, DHP Promotions and DAZN, we work together. We work together hand in hand. So whatever George Kambosos got going on, he works with Lou DiBella. So they got to get that shit figured out. They got to get that shit figured out because from what I'm hearing from Bill, he like, yeah, DAZN is going to be, we work with DAZN. So DAZN going to have to be involved. But we know that Lou DiBella, he don't really fuck with Eddie Hearn. So it's like, I don't know. It's a lot of things that got to be worked out. And at the end of the day, we still, and I want to be optimistic, but we still got to realize at the end of the day is that George Kambosos did everything that he could not to have to fight Devin Haney. And Lou DiBella didn't want George Kambosos to fight Devin Haney. And they was already talking about Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia got a fight coming up right around the corner. To me, it's too much of ifs and we got to do. I mean, come on now. Y'all think that Bill and Devin is really going to agree to every stipulation that's in the contract? Every stipulation that's in the contract. Because Bill, like, I ain't even seen it yet. I ain't got shit yet. We still got to look over it and we got to see if shit is right. What if some shit is fucked up in the contract? Bill and Devin, they ain't no idiots. They good businessmen. They just not finna agree to everything, you know. But so we don't know. The thing is they were saying, oh, well, you said that you would agree to everything that Lomachenko agreed to. It's the same shit that Lomachenko agreed to. They could go and change some of the shit wording in the contract. We don't know what Lomachenko agreed to. My thing is just like, man, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to agree to everything that's in the contract. We don't know what's in the contract. So this fight ain't done yet. It ain't finalized. It's still shit that got to be done before we can run around saying that this fight is happening for sure. And, you know, I mean, that's me. I still need to, I'm not going to come to no conclusion until I hear that both fighters have signed and it's final. But let me read some of these comments and then I'm gonna go to Coach. Let me see. Isn't Lou DiBella signed to Pro Bellum? No, he's not signed to him. He just they have a partnership. They starting to work together. Arturo Shotty says George low-key got all the cards in his favor. Let me see. These niggas got a whole argument going on in the chat. Let me see. Hold on. Mr. Steal Your Chin say, I asked Bill if Tank the fight after they win. He hesitated to answer. Dang, I mean, they got to get. They can't really be thinking about no Tank right now, so I don't blame him for that. You gotta think about getting this deal done, and then a George Kambosos fight. Tank, that shit is far out. Let me see. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Coach.
I mean, if I was Devin, whatever they want, that's fine. But in that, I would make sure that they not doing terms for fucking the second fight. You know what I'm saying? As far as money wise and all of that kind of shit, you can't get more money than me if I whoop your ass in that first fight. You see what I'm saying? So if we're gonna do 2 fights, you can't come up with the terms of the second fight. And the only way we're gonna have a second fight is if I fucking lose, if I win anyway. So if that's the case, then I'm gonna deserve the bigger piece of the pie in that second fight. That's the only thing I would agree. You know, the only thing I would have a problem with if I was them. If I was Devin, I'd do just like Floyd used to do when he walk up in that fucking office and say, "Who I got? Make the fight." You understand? Just to get the upper hand, so I can get all them belts, and then I call the shots. So he might have to sacrifice. I don't know what the terms are in the contract, you know, but I just hope they get it done, bro. I really do. We know damn George Kambosos is full of shit, and I wasn't expecting this from him because of the way he was behaving in the Tszyu fight and what he was saying. He was acting like he was, you know, an honorable person as far as saying what he mean and meaning what he say. But we obviously saw something different because Lomachenko shouldn't even came into play in this whole situation because of what you said, what came out of your mouth on camera in front of everybody that you wanted to be undisputed by fighting Devin Haney next. And he lied. So that's why I got a problem with him. And Lomachenko shouldn't even be coming into play no kind of ways. He lost to Tszyu. He beat Tszyu. So where the fuck, and Devin Haney is undefeated and the WBC champion. So that shit shouldn't even came into play. But if he would have had an opportunity, we all see it, to fight Lomachenko instead of Devin Haney, he would have fought Lomachenko. So he pussy as far as I'm concerned. But that's all I got to say about that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, man. Batman, man, how you see this going, Batman?
Man, I hope he get the fight, man. You know,
man. I'm saying like with the whole, you know, how it's going down, like with they still
got. With the contract and shit, man, I don't know, man. You know, it looked like it probably be on pro. It looked like it might be on pro bellum if the zone ain't got nothing to do with it. Since they got us in the contract now, it might be on pro bellum.
Now Eddie is the one. I mean, if it's the zone, Eddie is the one that get the. You know what I'm saying? Well, he got Eddie. Eddie got the contract. He said Eddie got the contract, whatever. And now if they try to, because they sent Eddie, so Eddie is saying that they sent him the contract. So if they like, nah, y'all can't have nothing to do with it, because Bill is like, nah, it's gonna be a co-promotional. So Bill said DHP Promotions, right? With DAZN, DHP and DAZN, or Eddie Hearn, whatever that shit is, right? And then on their end, the Bella Pro Bellum or whatever that is, right? So he's saying it's gonna be a joint venture.
But how you going?
Is that in the contract though? Is if they sent the contract, is in the contract when they look at it, is it a joint venture?
No, it can't be. I mean, the promotion, just like if Top Rank would have did it, they'd have took the if the zone would have did it, they'd have took the whole thing because they wasn't under nobody umbrella. But now they under the pro bellum. I mean, he on business.
You cut out. You cut out. You said what? You said what? Run that back. What you said? You cut out.
Since they with pro, I said since they with pro bellum, they got a network now. So at the end of the day, if Devin gonna want to fight in that, I mean, he gonna have to do what the fuck what he been doing. He gonna have to do what the man. He gonna have to bend to the man will.
Well, he said it's different. He said it's several different networks that want to pick up the fight. They don't even have that shit in order. They don't even know what network they gonna have it on, or none of that.
I mean, I don't know that. So you know, I don't know what's really going on behind the scenes. But I know whatever Kambosos want, that's what they gonna have to bend to if they want to fight. He already showing y'all that. So you know they gonna have to do something.
I think Probellum got a contract with Fubo Sports or Fubo Sports or whatever. Right. So it's probably gonna be on there. I don't know.
So you gonna pay both of these dudes all this money on the new motherfucking on some new shit that
nope, it gotta be
most Americans don't even know.
It gotta be Sky Sports. Gotta be Sky Sports. We talking about Australia. Global network is gonna be free. That way they can build. That way they can cut both the fighters a check, and then make all the viewership proceed.
How's the viewership gonna go in America? That's a big part of it.
Shit, who Sky Sports and that with? ESPN.
Yeah, it's one thing to say
he sub with DAZN, but Sky Sports can sub out they shit to over in the States to whoever they want. So that it's gonna go to DAZN on the state side, and then it'll be Sky Sports on the big bride.
Well, I mean,
really, it's really whoever's paying the tab. It's really whoever's paying the tab, right? Like if Probellum's paying the tab, you go to where they say go. If you're paying the tab, then you go to where they say go, because the tab is probably going to be the broadcaster, whether it's the streaming service or a network or whoever it is. Right. The person who's cutting the check is that service, and they're going to want it on their service, right? So if Kambosos team, Leonard, first off, Lou DiBella has a relationship with DAZN, right? Like the reason why he fell out with Deontay Wilder was because he brought Deontay Wilder to DAZN, right? So, and not only that, like, Prograis fought in the World Boxing Super Series, which is on the DAZN. He has relationships over at DAZN all the way up to the CEO, right? But beyond that, Kambosos can't cut a deal to Devin Haney and expect Devin Haney to pay for it, right? Like it would be Devin Haney making the offer behind Devin Haney's own like funding and his own from his own network, right? So it's really just whether or not Haney wants to go and fight on whatever platform they talk about fighting on, because they would be cutting the check. Otherwise, it's a bullshit offer. But on a completely different level, like it's one thing to say that you'll fight a guy on Mars, but it's another thing if the response is, but you got to fight me on Mars twice if I lose, right? Like it's just kind of like at this point, like I saw the contradiction in Kambosos from when he said he wanted to unify to when he said he wanted to become undisputed, to then changing his tune to saying he was already undisputed, right? So I saw what his game was back, a while ago. But now it's like if you're gonna say that you got to fight me twice, no matter if I win or lose in my hometown, and I don't know about the cutting the purse. Maybe you can take less or more because Devin Haney is his own promoter anyways, making some money off the front end and the back end. So whatever, maybe that ain't a consideration for him. But it seems unreasonable to demand a guy fight you in your hometown twice if your hometown is Australia.
But that's only if they offer. That's only if they offer.
But see, another thing, Smoke is, yeah, you said that he got a relationship with DAZN, and I'm not saying that he don't, but he don't fuck with Eddie Hearn. He didn't want Eddie Hearn involved in it. But then, so that's what the news was, that he didn't want to fuck with Eddie Hearn. That was one of the big problems in the beginning. That's why he was saying, nope, I don't want you fucking with Devin Haney because they fuck with Eddie Hearn. But then now Eddie Hearn is the one that got the contract. And so I don't know.
Well, all right. So now that puts a little bit of anyway, yeah. There was a whole bunch of not fucking with Eddie Hearn, but you would have had to fuck with Eddie Hearn to make the DAZN Wilder to make AJ versus Wilder, and you were the one who brought him to DAZN to make this fight, knowing that Eddie Hearn was involved. I'm not, whatever. It seemed, and not only that, wasn't Eddie Hearn involved in the? He wasn't involved with Cyclone. He wasn't involved with Josh.
But I'm saying, I don't know when their relationship got fucked up, but it could have been after that. You know what I'm saying?
It could have been after the Wilder shit.
It could have been after that.
Yeah, I don't know. Now they don't make it worry about.
He don't make it no. Lou DiBella don't make it no secret that he don't fuck with Eddie Hearn.
Right. So undisputed now is supposed to be held up not by Mauricio Suleiman anymore, not by Bob Arum or Lomachenko. Now it's being held up by Lou DiBella. Don't fuck with Eddie Hearn.
No, I'm not saying that.
Hold
I'm
on.
just saying I'm giving some scenarios. If they come out and say, if they come out and say that, oh man, they ain't such and such ain't signed the contract, and we could, it's just a lot of bullshit. And my main thing is like, how can you expect this man to sign this fucking contract and say, oh yeah, even if you do beat me, you got to come back over here.
Hold on, Smoke. So this is my last point, and then my last point is this. Then, because I hear what you're saying, and fights don't get made in social media this way. Like the very last time I saw it like this was, Batman was involved with it with Devin Haney versus Gary Russell Jr. But before that, I've seen time and time again where you start pointing the fingers at fights for not happening and try to get negotiated online. Those fights don't happen. When fights do happen, nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about contracts and all that stuff. Yeah, so I hear you. Like it sounds like some BS, and it sounds like trying to wind us fans up about something that ain't about to happen.
Man, I'm saying that regardless of whether it's bullshit or not, Devin Haney got to step in it, and he got to smell it and have fun with it. Shit, because you asked for this shit. You asked for it when you wanted to fight Lomo. You always talking about you will go anywhere. Y'all agree to all the terms. Go over there and win that damn fight. Now, my thing is, we could be looking at two different undisputed champions in this 2-fight series. And how will that change the perspective of the loser's career in the latter fight? If Devin Haney win the first fight, George win the second fight, do we look at Devin Haney different?
Now we gotta get a third fight.
Now, I mean, it
you
depends
did?
on how it goes.
And what network won't love that?
If you say
we talking about money, y'all.
If you have it both in Australia, who knows what that means, right? Like that. I mean, we've seen some questions. It's not like Australia got a ton of fights, but we've seen some, controversial decisions, right? So, well, at least one controversial decision. So it's kind of like you have to see what happens in the fight to determine how that's going to go, right? There's a lot of things that happen. Like if you feel like Devin Haney just needs to, because he talked all this stuff, take the banana in the tailpipe because he opened his big mouth. I mean, I'm saying that if he don't, then what? Then what? Then you gotta get the fuck up out of 135. He might have to get out of 135 anyway. You're talking about two fights.
Exactly.
He might his body is
where he might be leaving after the second fight anyway. And that was my point in the latter case and what I said. When I said if Kambosos win the second fight and Haney dip up to 140, then shit, don't nothing change.
Okay, so
everybody make a ass load of money and you become undisputed.
Okay, so or what if he just gets robbed in Australia and then can't make the weight anymore? So now he has his loss and he has a controversial loss and now got to go to 140 because his body can't take it.
The outlook of his career won't change. We won't look at him no different.
I mean, who's we?
The fans.
Well, which fans?
Shit, we part of the media.
Yeah, which fans?
Come on, Smoke.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like it's not like fans are unified and in solidarity behind getting behind fighters. Like. But
I'm just saying he can recover from that. The perception of his career, the perception of him as a fighter won't change.
Yeah, but also Bill said Devin making 135 easy. He got his new
That's stupid, man. You stay up like trying to pull it, like trying to take the authenticity of his statements. Batman,
man. I don't know. I hope he get the fight, but like I said, I'm not just finna run off and oh man, it's happening. He's cornered. You can't make them do nothing. It ain't no such thing as oh man, he's cornered. He don't got no other choice. He got another choice. He have another choice. I mean, he don't have to fight Devin Haney. He ain't. So I hope they get the fight done, but it's still a lot of obstacles. From what I'm sensing, you know what I'm saying? They ain't just coming out and saying it, but it's still a lot of obstacles. If I'm Devin Haney, if I'm Devin Haney, right? I have to really, really think about, do I want to have to fight this dude 2 times in Australia back to back? Do I want to have to do that? How much money is they offering me, right?
Ask Jamil Charlo that question.
If I beat him, you know what I'm saying? If I beat him, how much money am I gonna get paid on the second fight? since they trying to dictate everything, they trying to dictate the first and the second fight. Like, come on now, hold on. What is we doing here?
Man, they always do that with the zone. Do it with Joshua all the time.
But at the end of the day, I'm a champion too. What is we doing here? Or do you start right? Do you start just are y'all putting shit in the contract to try to say that we sent them a contract, but they ain't want to agree to it?
You was a champion,
right.
Snakes.
Yeah.
You never know that. You was a champion that acted desperate off the break. So,
but that's besides the fact. That's beside everything, Batman, because you're not just gonna sign anything. Even if you are desperate and you want to fight,
they wanted.
Well, I mean, but we just saw, like I said, we just saw with Devin Haney and Gary Russell Jr.
They wanted us to sign anything.
I know, but as soon as he sent something over, Gary Russell Jr. went right on camera. It's like, what is this bullshit that you guys sent me?
No, I'm just saying, y'all wanted the fans and everybody wanted us to sign anything, so let him sign anything then.
Yeah, but you didn't sign it though, and that fight didn't happen. That's what I'm saying. I'm just agreeing with what you understand. Like when you do this kind of stuff, this is the kind of stuff you do when you're not trying to make a fight.
Them, and the fans wanted Gary Russell to sign anything. So, I mean, it shouldn't be a problem with them. They want to fight so bad, it shouldn't be a problem.
But why shouldn't the fighters do what Gary Russell Jr. did and not sign it?
I'm saying that if I tell you meet me at the motherfucking flag post, we getting it on. God damn it. When we get to the flag post, I don't want to hear shit about who came with you. I don't want to hear shit about who with me. We came here. We know what we came here to do.
There's a difference, though. There's a difference because this is for undisputed. That fight wasn't about nothing.
At the end of the day, we don't care what it's for. It's a fight. At the end of the day, the fans and Devin Haney and them want Gary Russell to sign anything. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's at the end of the day.
But Batman, at the end of the day, we know that ain't how business is. We know that ain't how business is done.
I said, but I know that ain't how business done. That's why y'all ain't Gary Russell.
You don't, Coach. You don't know shit. You don't know shit what's gonna happen over there in Australia. You don't know that.
I mean, Coach said he's gonna
You don't have no choice but to fight him in Australia.
Huh?
You don't have no choice.
Yeah,
but
yeah, he don't, Coach. But the thing is, you got to turn around and fight him again in Australia.
Yeah.
Well, how we know that's in the contract? We don't know that.
Nah, he said
it ain't in the contract.
Huh?
How you know it ain't in the contract?
I mean, I don't know what's in the contract. I don't know if he got a fight there or the next fight if Devin Haney win gonna be in America. I don't know. My whole point is, I wouldn't give a fuck if I know I could whoop this motherfucker ass. I know that, and I know that we wouldn't do terms, huh?
I say I agree with you there.
I wouldn't give a fuck. Just like Floyd, that's how come he became who he is. That motherfucker say, you know what? How much it is? Okay, fuck it, make the fight.
Yeah, but that's
Devin is already a rich motherfucking kid.
Apples to oranges, Coach. We're not talking about.
But you're not
this man having to go Vegas where Floyd always fights.
Yeah, we talking about this man having to go to Australia 2 times.
Say, bro, I don't know if that's in the contract, but if it is, I wouldn't give a fuck. I know one thing, I'm gonna fucking make the most money in the next fight for sure. If I whoop that ass, I know that. Now that's the only term that would be fucking different in that contract. Fucker, I get this 60-40 or whatever the fucking split is. If I whoop your ass, that's the only thing I would change. Other than that, motherfucker, I'm gonna meet you there, motherfucker, and we gonna fight. And I'm gonna whoop your ass, and then I'm gonna come back and whoop your ass again. That's the only thing I would have a problem with.
You see, Coach, you talking about that? You talking like that? George Kambosos is just some fucking shit. Like he just guaranteed. Hold on, like he just guaranteed to go over there in Australia and you know what I'm saying, and get the W. To do that, you got to get a knockout.
Hold on, Keon. This is the whole thing about competition. We gonna fucking find out, though. Yeah, we gonna find out. Regardless if I win, lose, or draw, we gonna find out, motherfucker. If you better than me, I don't care. If I think I'm better, fuck it. You think you the best? Well, let's fucking find out in the ring. Now
Okay,
you
so
got the
I
most
beat you,
belts,
right?
You got the A side. Hold on. You got the most belts. You the A side. That's all fine and well. I'm gonna sign this contract for this fight, but the terms change around for the second fight. That's all that they
Hold on. You said, but the terms. What if the but so what we're hearing is they dictating the where they want the second fight at. You talking about, but so you're saying exactly what I said, Coach.
Hey,
how you
listen
tell
to
this man even if you win?
No. Listen to what I'm saying, Keon. It ain't got nothing to do with where we fucking fighting. I don't give a fuck. My point is, I said the money. The money is the only difference that would change for that second fight if I whoop your ass in that first fight. Everything else, bitch, I'll go back to Australia because I'm going to gain your fans too. And I'm going to whoop your motherfucking ass again.
You not, how comfortable is you going back to Australia 2 times in a row?
Because he said he's confident.
Fucking matter about confidence. It's competition, nigga. You gotta go. That's like the Saints gotta go to fucking Los Angeles 2 weeks in a row.
It ain't like the Saints nothing. That's in America.
I'm not the home team. I don't give a fuck. I'm going.
It matters. It matters, Coach.
Man, that shit don't matter, man.
I mean, I got a question. I got a question.
It does matter.
I got a question. Do you think that you know, just given your understanding of boxing, right, and you know, our experience in the sport, do you think that the competitive rounds are going to likely go to Kambosos? And if you need, and if Haney needs to, and if Haney needs to win a round, if Haney wins a round, he needs to be dominant in that round. It just can't be.
He needs to be dominant in every round,
or else he's not going to win that fight, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he
I'm not saying he's gonna win it, man, up a draw, but I'm not saying he's gonna lose either. And the thing about it is this is the whole thing. The fucking people know what the fuck happened. It's the same thing happened. We running it back twice anyway. The thing is, if you confident in competition, this is why I like the fighters of before. Because you think you better than me. Mike Tyson said that and told y'all. You think you better than me. Fuck that. I'm going to show you ain't fucking better than me. That's just the point. And George Kambosos deserved to have them fucking fights in Australia. That dude been on the fucking road and done traveled and fucking fought everybody he was supposed to fight, and then he whooped Teofimo's ass.
No,
he
Coach,
deserved to have the shit in Australia.
Coach, Coach, you do not deserve to have the fight in Australia a second fight if you lose. No, you not. No, I don't give a fuck with. I don't care if I beat you. You're not the A side when I beat you.
The only thing that's making the A side is the fact he's got the belts now, right?
If you the A side going to the first mediation, man, you get to make the demands. It's either you going to go with it or you're not.
Well,
exactly. Just because you're A side, you always got no.
Let me say this real quick. Hold on, Smoke. Let me say this real quick, right? Now, you keep saying, you know, Lomachenko, whatever Lomachenko agreed to. We don't know what Lomachenko agreed to. They can tell you, hold on. They can tell you Lomachenko agreed, okay, this is the same contract that Lomachenko agreed to. You don't know. You don't know that. Only Lomachenko and his people and Bob Arum know that. Is Bob Arum or Lomachenko and his people gonna get with Devin Haney and Bill Haney and tell them what they agreed to? No, business don't work like that. They can tell you anything. They can tell you. We don't know. We don't know if Lomachenko, right, agreed to have one fight in Australia, and if Lomachenko wins, right, they get the other fight. You know, the terms are on Lomachenko, wherever he want, right? We don't know. They could say that. They could say well, Lomachenko agreed to have both fights in Australia. We don't know what he agreed to.
But that's what Loma do. Loma never have a home fight. Let's keep it real. Loma never had a home fight.
His home is the U.S. now.
Yeah, I've seen Loma fight. I saw Loma fight in LA. He used to fight out of LA. Him and Triple G fought out of Los Angeles.
Talking about when Loma was the A side, the Campbell, he went over there.
Yeah, right. No, but that wasn't okay. That's one fight. Like when he fought all those other dudes, he was fighting here. He went outside. Like he's been since he's been a pro. He fought here.
Ain't none of them have
like
nothing
I said.
And he went to travel. It's not because Campbell was like, you have to rematch me in the UK twice. Like he went over there because his business over here ain't that cracking. So he's trying to shore up his. He was trying to expand his tent, right? He's trying to expand his market share, and that's cool. I'm not saying like nobody is saying that that he shouldn't go over to fight Australia. What it's saying is it's kind of it at this point you're overplaying your hand when you're trying to have the rematch, even if you lose in your hometown. What have you done to deserve? What do you deserve?
Know what the rematch is. I don't know where that's gonna be.
Right, but forget instead of saying you don't know what it is because none of us know what it is. Let's just assume if that's what it is, that's not going to that you wouldn't agree with it.
That's gonna stop you from go get them titles.
I mean, well, okay. So what should you do? Should you sign something? Should you go like, all right, you go over there, you win the titles, and then drop them because you don't want to rematch in Australia?
Man, you don't fill up arenas in America anyway. So what the fuck?
I mean, already like Australia. I mean, I don't know who's.
I remember.
Listen, I'm not sure who's like the time difference in Australia is something like 13, 14 hours. I don't know. It's weird. Right.
I mean, in Las Vegas,
I think the Australian fights come on at like 2:00 in the morning.
It's a 16, 17 hour time difference.
Yeah, like the Tim Tszyu fights. I remember them joints coming on at like 2 and 3 in the morning.
And Las Vegas, right? That's his hometown, right? That's his hometown now, right?
No matter what the difference is or the terms, you got to take that fight.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not sure who's supposed to be making. Who's supposed to be putting up money for this?
That's the only way you gonna get it. You talked all that shit. That's the only way you gonna get it.
Yeah, but
you want to be undisputed, man. Devin Haney was 15 fighting doghouse rounds and goddamn it, doghouse gym. Your ass ready for this shit?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you all of a sudden that don't put you in a trick bag.
So
like you guys that doesn't put you in a trick bag.
Business goes
so
to
if
the
I
side,
say I'm gonna
right?
beat a what you say, bro?
So all business just go to the side then. So
I'm with you outside.
Man,
real shit, man.
But you saying that because of what happened between you, what happened
I'm not saying nothing.
Barry Russell and Devin Haney and Bill Haney, right? Then what happened with y'all? That's why you saying that.
Came out and said this. Whatever your terms is, I'm agreeing to all your terms. Didn't he say that? He even put the contract out saying I agreed to all your terms.
Yeah, he did say that.
All right,
you told the people that.
So he said it.
So now ain't no backpedaling.
I'm just talking about what's a smart business move. I'm not finna let you dictate the second fight if I beat you. I'm just not.
Yeah, because Logan don't even do rematches. So like
when
the idea
today's terms, that's that I'm gonna pull up shit. That's that I'm gonna pull up. Where you at? I'm gonna pull up until you pull up and see. Yeah, I mean, no backpedaling.
But you don't say you got to pull up and move in. Like you just gonna pull up. You don't do like I'm about to get an apartment and hang out.
Don't see who there though. Don't see I'm by myself and not pull up now.
Move in if you win.
Like you
when you told me you was gonna pull up, it wasn't in that type of situation.
After you pull up, you're like, okay. After you pull up, you're supposed to pull up again. Like
so when you pull.
What he said?
So wait a minute. So if the fight ain't gonna happen, if he don't agree to go and having a fight twice in Australia, then you're not getting undisputed. It is what it is. It is what it is. So go and whoop his fucking ass twice and be done with it. Either way it go, you're gonna make your bread. You're gonna make your fucking bread. Go and you want to be undisputed at 135 in the full belt era. I don't think nobody done did that shit yet.
Pull up
so
there.
Go and do it and be done
once
with
I pull up, this is where I'm at.
Yeah, pull up and set up.
You don't have no choice.
You feel me, Black? You feel me, back? That gotta be Devin Haney mind frame. That's the only way he won this fight.
Breaking dude. Like I don't know. Like you guys are all focused on the first fight, and nobody's talking about the first fight. We're talking about the second fight. You you said you got to do it twice. You don't got to pull up twice. What for? You already undisputed. You don't need to be undisputed twice. You already did that.
No, you want if that's the case, drop the belts and move on. But you going. But
be a contract breaking dude, like yeah, right. But now you got injunctions on your career.
If you sign a contract with the rematch, he's gonna sue the shit out you.
Exactly.
So
exactly. So now what you're talking about.
So listen, man. Tell Devin Haney to go ahead and pull up, set his tent up. Don't get a hotel with good silk sheets. Cause what's my man? Mom had to say silk sheets, man,
talk that
put
shit.
you in the wrong place.
Yeah, do like Jack Johnson did, right? Chase kangaroos when he chased Tommy Burns out there. I mean, but he didn't stay out there though. Like Jack Johnson fight Tommy Burns twice in Australia,
Yeah, man, stay out there. Get used to Australia. Cause you said coach said you're gonna whitewash the boy. So get used to Australia. A couple of months.
If you want to pull a fucking, if you wanna
like
prove your point that you the best, then that's what you gotta do. That's it.
You gotta live every year, no damn Australia. Who had to do that? Who's in the history of boxing had to do that?
I ain't say live every year.
I'm telling you, I went all the way to Jack Johnson. Who's had to fight twice in Australia in order to get like a fight?
Listen, man, you expecting to win, so you expecting to not come home.
Okay, so now this is precedent. This is unprecedented. This fight is right
you
now.
want this fight right now so bad that you
listen,
said that you was willing to do anything.
Right, he's willing to do anything.
You want this fight so bad right now. You can't wait on him to fight a mandatory.
Okay, he did not say he was willing to do anything. He said he's willing to go to Mars, and he said he's willing to take the smaller cut.
No, he said, Smoke. He said he's willing to all his demands. He pulled the paper out. All your demands. I'm going with it. I'm coming over. Before Lomachenko backed out, he was saying, I'll do anything Lomachenko gonna do. I'll take less than Lomachenko. That's how pressing was for the fight.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't said nothing.
I hear people keep alluding to Andy versus AJ. Andy Ruiz was no champion. Andy Ruiz didn't have shit but a fucking fat ass belly. So when he came in the situation, he ain't had shit. He was motherfucking sleeping on somebody's couch a little bit before that. I know this personally.
He was on his mama's floor. His mom's floor. Him and his wife.
Yeah, Devin Haney is a champion. So you can't compare Andrew Ruiz to AJ situation. In AJ's situation,
AJ about to have the same situation with the Ukraine fighter.
Yeah, like what if Usyk said you got to fight me twice in Ukraine?
But no, right. I'm talking about
it's not even undisputed. It ain't even undisputed. That's not even undisputed. Like only one guy wants to be undisputed, right?
Well,
I guess in order for Kambosos to be undisputed, because Kambosos said that he's undisputed. I guess now Devin Haney has to jump through flaming hoops of dog shit to be undisputed. Only one guy wants to be undisputed in this equation.
Man,
didn't Kambosos pop off his mouth saying that he wanted to be undisputed too?
Come on, man. He was pound for pound. He was a 3-division champion and still had to take 35%.
Who are we talking about?
Floyd.
To fight in where?
And this one, he no
mandatory. Where did he fight at though? Batman.
I'm just saying he had.
No, you compare.
I'm not saying
hold on a second. Hold on a second.
About the conditions.
Right, you said he
had to make sacrifices.
Okay, now hold on.
You compare oranges to apples, Batman.
Let's talk about the sacrifice. Let's talk about the sacrifice. He wanted $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. He took the shit into the stick and wound up making $25 million. So where was the sacrifice?
What you mean? He could have made more than that.
Okay, no, he only wanted $20 million. He made more than he actually even wanted to make, taking less money.
Because he knew
so where's the sacrifice?
No, what I'm saying is he took 35%. That was $25 million. He could have made more than that.
He only wanted 20. He would have stayed with Bob Arum for $20 million if he got him that fight.
But he wasn't going to get the fight if he'd have asked for more.
All he asked for was $20 million for that fight.
Listen, man, Devin Haney, y'all arguing with me about something Devin Haney said he's willing to do.
Okay.
I don't know. And not only that, Alexander Usyk about to do the same shit.
I don't know if Usyk
about to do the same shit. He ain't complaining.
Usyk don't fight it. Okay, so Usyk already fights in the UK, and that fight's happening in the UK.
Right? So because he already fight there, that's not his hometown. That's not his backyard.
Dude's been fighting already.
Bro, he's been there fighting
in motherfucking Australia.
He's been fighting in the UK for years.
Usyk been on the road his whole career.
No, he hasn't been on the road his whole career. Tony Bellew was in the UK. Every single fight since 2018 has been in 4 years. We're talking about 4 years in the UK. What do you say?
Where has he fought in the Ukraine at?
Where he fought in the Ukraine? Where does anybody fight in the Ukraine?
All right, then he been on the road his whole career.
No, been in the UK. Right. So if you but that road trip has been the UK stop for years.
All right, then.
But that's still a trip. That's not a home. That's not a home fight.
I got it. Kambosos. I got it. We nobody's talking about. Listen, if you feel like if Ukraine, right, okay, I got you. If Devin Haney was to stay in Australia and fight all the Australian lightweights, I would understand what you're saying.
Nobody said for him to stay in Australia.
But since what Usyk is doing is staying in the UK and fighting all the UK light.
It's nobody telling the guy to stay in Australia. Smoke.
That's what the contract is saying.
If he want to take this fight, he's gonna have to take 2 fights in Australia. He's gonna have to sit down there for a couple of more months because y'all saying he's gonna win the fight. He's going down there with the mindset he's winning. So
who said he's gonna? Okay, I'm not saying he's gonna win the fight. I'm saying that if he has to win in order for him to win the fight in Australia, he has to do it in dominating fashion. It can't be competitive. He has to do it in dominating fashion. That's what I'm thinking. Right? I may be wrong. It may be totally fair judging and whatever it is. Like there's no biases whatsoever.
Boxing fair. When boxing been fair?
If that was the case, you wouldn't be demanding that both fights be in Australia.
No, right. When boxing been fair though. Boxing ain't fair. So
okay, so great. So I mean, if you listen, if you think that it's all just on Devin Haney, that this entire exercise is just on Devin Haney to do, that's cool. I mean, that's your perspective. For me, it sounds like both guys should want undisputed and therefore do their best to make sure undisputed happens.
Got the most amount of belts.
Let me finish. It should not be just one party's responsibility to make an undisputed fight between 2 guys, but who are both champions.
I remember in the league, right, when the 7 joints, the 7 in the championship, you had to stay there twice. But you had to go road game. You had to stay twice, and then the last 2 is road game. Look, man, this is what we're gonna have to do. He's gonna have to stay twice and come out the victor. I'm gonna cheer for the guy because he's black.
But you talking about some shit that's in the same country these play. I mean, you can't compare shit like that. You talking about them flying 17 hours to a whole different country in another man's backyard, and then I beat you.
Is you gonna let you stop
and I gotta turn around and do it again?
You said you would do this shit.
He never said that. He never said that.
When he say he agreed to all the terms, that's what you agreeing to.
He said the first fight, but he said he'll go to Mars and fight the motherfucker. Right? That's one fight. He ain't never said I'll turn back around and do it again.
No, last week when he showed the contract to everybody who blasted it out there, he said
what contract?
To the match.
Hold on. What contract, Batman? I didn't see no contract.
Showing on everybody.
How did he show a contract when Bill said he never got a contract from them? What are you talking about, Batman? Bill said he never got a contract from them.
I'm crazy now. I know the shit. Everybody.
I never saw no contract.
The fake ass paper he been trying to put out there that he agreeing to all the man terms.
Hold on. Rewind. Hold on, Batman. Rewind. You said that they put a contract out showing that Devin Haney agreed to all the terms. Well, this morning, Batman said it's never been no contract, and to this day, he ain't seen no contract. What are you talking about?
So tell Bill, stop doing what he be doing. He be fake going around getting some of the guys that fuck with him to put out certain shit.
What contract are we talking about? I never seen no contract.
Some bullshit ass contract that Devin Haney fake showed on his Instagram saying he agreed with everything.
So he showed a paper contract on Instagram because I didn't see this.
He did do it.
I seen that shit.
What did the contract say?
Man, I don't know what this shit said. He showed the people.
Why did Bill today say that they never received the contract from George Kambosos?
Okay,
team?
so here's where the disconnect could be happening. Here's what could be happening. What you say you agreed to terms. What he's saying is that he signed a term sheet, not the contract. right? So you come up with terms and you go, do you want this date? We're here, like, you know, you have to, you agree to some basic terms, but the contract may have all kinds of details in there that you don't agree to.
He agreed to something. He put his name
right,
on
but
something.
that doesn't mean that he agreed to 2 fights in Australia.
That's one of the things that George Kambosos has been talking about the whole time.
Oh no, he's been talking about 1 fight in Australia, not twice.
He said it twice. He said that on
George
the break.
Kambosos ain't been on like. The only time I heard twice in Australia came out of Bill Haney's mouth.
Before Bill Haney, he been tweeting at the whole. He been tweeting and all that shit. You got to come down here twice.
And people, hold up a second. And people are not killing him for making a 2-fight deal in Australia. Like, what the hell's going on? Australia's not no hotbed of boxing. It's just hot.
Yeah, I mean, people gonna come out.
Yeah, I get it. And people, what that got to do with anything?
It's because people gonna come out and pay to see it.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
so when has Australia been a bigger draw than the United States? Like, when did it? Like, Manny Pacquiao made his money in Australia. He made money in
otherwise, letting fighters 2 mandatories and wait on the sanction and bodies.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. Hold on. Let me say one thing.
I'm just saying, like, listen. I just don't understand, like, why you can't call out.
Go ahead, Coach. Hold on. Let Coach go.
Why you guys can't acknowledge that they're making this dude walk through a raft of fucking bullshit in order to get a fight that the other guy said that he wanted.
I'm not disagreeing with this.
Okay, great. So that's it. So then cool. Then we all in agreement on that point then. That's it.
Smoke.
As long as we're on agreement on that point, I get you. Like, yeah, it's on him to eat the raft of shit.
Let coach get off. Let coach get off.
One thing I want to say is this: world champion mean exactly that. It don't mean United States champion. It means world champion, right? So, number one, Devin Haney and George Kambosos is not gonna fucking pack a stadium like Australia will, right? They not. You can say whatever you want. I don't know. The ticket's gonna be a lot different, but I know that they ain't gonna fucking 60,000 fucking people gonna be in that motherfucking stadium. That we do know. Now, it's also gonna be played overseas in the UK. It's gonna be played all over the fucking place. So I don't know how much money they gonna fucking make, right? I don't know. But I do know this. Just like Regis said, I want to fight all over the world because I want to be world champion, not just in the USA. So that's the mentality that we have nowadays. Man, we're going to get a fair shake if we go to another country. Well, Muhammad Ali went to a bunch of fucking countries. A bunch of fighters went to a bunch of countries. All those foreign fighters, they come to the US and fight here. So because of opportunities, it's opportunities. But you can still gain fans in other countries to build your name. So world champion mean exactly that. World champion, not USA champion. It means world champion. So if you got to go fight that motherfucker in Australia, go fight that motherfucker in Australia. If you think you can beat him and you the best and he feel he the best, fucking get it on in Australia. I don't care if they do it 10 fucking times in Australia. I don't care. You're
that's two separate arguments, though.
You are a world champion.
You get world champion fighting him once.
American champion. You are the world fucking champion.
Yeah, but you achieved that fighting him one time. You don't get more world champion fighting him twice in Australia.
It don't matter.
You still world champion fighting him the first time.
If he go out there and whoop the fuck out of George Kambosos, that's more fucking fans that he gonna put in his back pocket.
Smoke.
Who gonna buy fucking pay-per-views?
Hey, Smoke. Listen, man. So you telling me if you got an opportunity to do whatever you feel as though you want to do in your heart, and you gonna let something like that stop you?
It depends, dude. Like, listen.
Thank you. I'm not letting. It's over.
Listen.
I'm asking.
No, it depends.
This is yes or no
and I'm answering your question. And I'm answering your question. I would like to get a $10 million check tomorrow. But if you tell me that I got to chop my mama's head off to get it, I'm not going to take that deal. There's a certain point when I'm not doing that shit. Because I'm telling you that you're not gonna put me in a trick bag just because I want something.
So your belt, your mama?
Man, it ain't no fucking trick bag.
Okay, great, awesome. If it's not no trick bag, then why both fights got to be in Australia? Then why both fights got to be in Australia? Explain it to me.
For undisputed smoke, I wouldn't give a fuck where they was at.
Why
Let's
they both
go.
have to be in Australia?
Are you talking about a rematch?
I'm saying Teofimo Douglas, long by now you should feel like let's go. I don't give a fuck where it's at.
Okay, great. So you don't care about the trick bag, but he's talking about that it ain't one. So what I'm asking you is, if there's no trick bag involved, why do both fights have to be in Australia?
Because I'm the A side right now, and I fucking say where it is. Now,
right, exactly. Because you're trying to put me in the trick bag, A side, like you just said.
Let me say this.
What is the trick bag, Smoke?
Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this right now.
Go ahead. What the fuck is the trick bag?
Hold on.
You're trying to treat me like it. I'll tell you what it is.
Hold on. Let me say something real quick.
Like you dictate terms to me.
Let me say something real quick. Now, Batman, you keep on saying, "Oh, I'm with this. I'm with you. I'm with you." Let's keep it 100, Batman. You know what I'm saying? Because I was with y'all, and I agreed with y'all when they was trying to give y'all some fucked up shit when it came down to Gary Russell, right? You wasn't with that. You didn't want Gary Russell just to take any fucking thing, right?
Be my
friend with that. But now, hold on. Now, when the shoe is on the other foot, you talking about, oh, I'm with that. I'm with you. Can't it can't go like that.
It can't go like that. Because if you was bold enough to do dirty shit like that, dirty shit should happen to you. Fuck you. So what you talking about?
But we got it. But so what I'm saying, Batman,
that's what you wanted me to say.
I knew that was coming.
Batman, what I'm saying is you got to remove that situation. They not gonna be with that. You know what I'm saying? If you two fighters, business is business.
Then if they ain't with it,
just like it was with Gary Russell, business is business. You're not finna just take any fuck deal.
All right, cool. If they ain't with it, I'm gonna run around saying just like they did. They ducks.
Maybe undefeated.
Well, so and here's the thing. Like if you want, like we were just talking about this Charlo thing the other day, right? Right. So to me, I never thought like this whole David Benavidez Charlo. I never really respected a guy from a higher weight division calling out a dude from a lower weight division. And the way that the Haney went with Gary Russell Jr., like I was never like supportive of that type of shit at all. Like that.
Wait a minute. Get your facts straight. Wait a minute. That ain't what happened.
Let me finish.
I
got my facts straight. I'm just not going very into the nuance of what I'm saying. I can give it context. I understand that like Gary Russell Jr. was talking about Terrence Crawford, and I didn't want to see it. Crawford said back to him, and when Crawford said back to him, I also didn't care for that either. Right? I'm not into big dude like guys in higher weight classes trying to going out of their way to make fight. Like if a little dude want to step up, I'm not saying you don't take the fight. I'm just saying going out of your way to make the fight and make it look like another guy ducking and all that stuff. Like that's way too much. That's doing way too much.
Jamal Charlo called Benavidez's name first, and Benavidez said, "Let's make the fight." Then Jamal Charlo disrespected him, and he said, I'll break his fucking neck. He was like, well, bitch, let's fight then, ho. That's
exactly. And he carried that around for a year. So he still talking about that shit to this day. He still talking about that shit to this day.
Hold on, Smoke. Same shit happened with Mikey Garcia. He said Errol Spence' name. Errol Spence wasn't looking to fight him.
Correct. And Errol Spence didn't spend a year. And Errol Spence didn't spend a year talking about Mikey Garcia.
Because Mikey Garcia had the guts.
Mikey Garcia had enough.
No. Wait, sorry. Mikey Garcia was talking shit for a year and a half.
But Mikey Garcia had the guts.
Spence said zero. Spence said absolutely nothing.
No. And Mikey Garcia had the guts.
If you step your little ass up here, I'm going to whoop your ass. And that's all he said.
All right, but Mikey Garcia.
He didn't spend a year campaigning for the fight.
I'm going to whoop your ass.
No, he didn't. I was just on a panel with Jose Benavidez on Friday when he was talking about how he's ducking him. He's still talking about it to this day. He's still
because he opened his fucking mouth. He opened his fucking mouth, Smoke.
A year ago, bro.
It can be
like when you let it. Okay, when is it? Okay, so now it's all right. How about take care of your business at 168? How about that?
Hey, Smoke, you can't keep on saving these niggas, man.
It's not saving them. It's the same thing. The same thing I said with Gary Russell Jr. When Devin Haney was doing it to Gary Russell Jr., I was the same thing. When Terence Crawford was doing it to Gary Russell Jr., I was doing it the same thing. It's not saving anyone. I don't respect that shit. I don't respect it if anybody does it. I don't respect when a guy in a higher weight class sits there and tries to like call out and punk a dude from a lower weight class. There's weight classes for a reason, correct?
But don't
run your mouth.
Correct. All right, he didn't run his mouth. He said something a year ago. Now he said he's at 160. Move the fuck on.
You can't
stop making your own weight in your own weight class and you handle your business in your division.
Smoke. You can't save these guys, man. You trying to save a guy?
I know. I'm trying to save him from his. I'm trying to save him from himself. Handle your business in your lane. Stay in your lane.
So let's get ready to wrap it up. But my whole thing is that I feel that when they said that they'll agree to anything, I feel that they were meaning the first fight. They ain't say nothing about we'll agree to everything for the second fight. In the rematch, they didn't say that. They was talking about the first fight. No, hold on. Let me finish real quick.
Let me finish, man.
And so, if it's me personally, if I beat you the first time and I got to go, I beat you on all your terms, right? And I escape out of your fucking country with a win on all your terms, right? I'm not going back over there again on all your terms when I am the one that beat you. Now you got to fight me on my terms. So we're going to have an agreement on the first fight, not both fights. Because if you talk about, you can dictate the terms on both fights, even when I beat you, that shit is ignorant. And I don't give a fuck what belts is on the line. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing all of that. You know, that it's the principle behind it also. I'm not doing all of that shit. Yeah. It's something that you just can't, I'm just not gonna do. And if they are trying to make him be the B side, win, lose, or draw, right? And have to go over there to Australia and double that shit up if you win, right? I don't say that he's a duck if he say nah. I'm not doing it. But hold on. No, hold up.
Hold up, I want to say something to somebody in the chat.
Because that shit ain't right. It ain't right. I don't give a fuck who it is. It ain't right to a champion. Now, hold on. Hold on real quick. Now, if you somebody like Andrew Ruiz and you don't have nothing, you know what I'm saying, and you just getting the opportunity out of nowhere, well then, I understand. But that man is a champion. You ain't finna treat me like I'm some fucking dirt. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna treat me like I'm some motherfucking dirt. I don't think that shit fair, and I wouldn't agree to it. Now, whatever they do is what they do, but if he don't agree to it, my assumption is when he said I agree to anything y'all want was for one fight, not two. That's a whole different story. But go ahead.
Hey, Richard Bird, I never said where you get $3.5 million from. That's what we asked for when the first time we ever. That's what he asked for when he first did negotiations and tried to do negotiations with that man. When he asked for that, Bill Haney never got back with him. So stop fucking lying. Stop coming on motherfucking platform lying, man.
Yeah. So that's just how I feel about the situation. And we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. So we can go around. OTB.
Yeah, man. I just feel like, goddamn it, once you agree to if not, if you don't want to go over there and beat that man twice, you don't feel like you could do it. For one, you shouldn't have never said we agree to anything, whatever he want. Because if you tell me that, we fighting in my backyard, goddamn it, you're gonna agree to run it back. I'm gonna make it at 6 a.m. so your ass tired with cold in your ass. Yeah, I'm one of them, bro. If I can use it to my advantage, I will. So I don't really knock Georgie for that, but I feel like Devin got to take it no matter what it is. You talked all of this shit. You wanted to be undisputed since you done stepped in that weight division. You told us that's what you wanted. So now it's time to shit and get off the pot. I feel like you can win both 2 fights over there, though. I don't feel like you can't beat him twice over there. It's going to take two different game plans, of course, which is why people want to fight you twice. But if I could whoop your ass Monday, I'm going to whoop your ass Tuesday too. Ain't going to be no different now. So, yeah, I mean, roll with it. And I really do. I just think that I think that we all got to take into perspective that we can see two undisputed. If they split these fights, man, shit, he can move up as long as he leave his heart in the ring. His perception won't change as a boxer. He gonna lose his 0, but he gonna gain his undisputed title. And you go on to 140 to try and make it happen up there. But I'll close out, man. Good day. You already know how I feel.
Let everybody know what fight you at OTB.
Oh yeah, we at OTB boxing class 1-on-1, man. We definitely dropping. We working. So fuck with us. We gonna grow together.
Yes, sir. Make sure that y'all go sub to his channel. And Coach, I'm gonna go to you, Coach. I'm gonna just go from the bottom, then go up and around. So, Coach.
Right. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we don't know what's in the contract. If we got to go over there twice or whatever, I don't know. Okay, but I agree with you, Keon, about the terms. But if that's the case, and George Kambosos ain't gonna fight you, what you supposed to do? If you want to be undisputed that bad, that's the question. So, and the next thing is, Smoke, you saying you had Jose Benavidez on your channel, and you y'all did an interview. Well, the whole thing is that if the little man start talking shit, and the big man decide, okay, well, bring your ass. I don't see nothing wrong with that. That's just me.
I agree.
Yeah, neither do I. Hey, but once the little dude said, I'm going to stay in my weight class, you don't then spend the next year and a half talking about how he talked shit a year and a half ago.
Well, this is the problem with that, Smoke. This is the problem we have here. The problem we have here is this. That Mr. Cinnamon was offered $100 million for 2 fights, and one of them was Jamal Charlo. So Jamal Charlo can move up for Canelo, but he can't move up for fucking Benavidez.
I wonder why that is.
I called that bitch shit. That's what I called it.
Okay. I mean, if you feel like fighting for tens of millions of dollars and undisputed is the same thing as fighting fucking Jose Benavidez, okay. I don't.
No, it's not Jose.
I think one is worth moving up and one ain't really worth moving up.
Oh, I know that. That's called ducking too. That's.
I mean, if you feel like it's ducking, but I mean,
well, the reason why I say because they have
fighting Canelo for undisputed at 168, right? Or defending your title at 160. These are two separate things. Like, why are you moving up to 168?
This is the difference between lately niggas. Hold on. This is the difference between lately niggas and niggas from old school. This is the difference.
No, bro, I'm 51 years old, so I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Well, you know what? Then you should know.
Come up with a different frame.
You should know better. You know why? Hold on. Because back in the day, when a fucking fighter call another fighter name, the other fighters say, let's fight. And they get in the ring and they fight. See, this is the problem with boxing today. If you're going to open your mouth back in the day, somebody going to call you bluff and they're going to get it in. But see, now today, it's about the money if you don't move up because, it's $10 million with Canelo and it's not really nothing for this. Well, you the one started it. You shouldn't open your mouth and said, let's fight.
That's fine and dandy, Coach. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Exactly.
The only thing I think is weak. The only thing I think is weak is once dude tell you that I'm staying at 160, you still chirping about it. When you got business at 168, why don't you deal with your business? Why don't you deal with coke and cake at 168 and stop talking about how some dude called you out the name a year ago?
Motherfuckers make mistakes. All right, we hanging on that because you the type of you ain't gonna fucking stick with Canelo with that clenbuterol shit. So don't keep the shit.
Who says I won't? Who says I won't?
Let's wrap. I can't. We ain't gonna be here for another fucking 45 minutes arguing over this shit.
I'm out. Peace to y'all, bro.
All right, Coach.
To the guys,
Coach. Hey, Batman, man, let me get your last words, Bat. Or you Smoke. Let me go.
It can go on me, man. Canelo can fight his ass off. If you guys are straight tripping, you talk about my man can't fight. And then also, listen, like Keon said, like if you want to be undisputed and you're willing to kowtow and eat all the fucking bullshit they throw your way in order to get there, cool. That's on you. but I'm not gonna be the one out here talking about like he needs to do it, he should do it, none of that other stuff. That's on him, and I'm gonna support him regardless. I'm out.
Yeah.
Peace to the panel, peace to the chat. It's always fun. It's always fun.
Right, man. Salute to you, Batman. Give me your last words, Bat.
Man, at the end of the day, man, you know, it was a great fighter called Marvin Hagler, man. He never got his just dues, man, in boxing, man. So, you know, if motherfucking man, if you say you willing to do anything the man wants you to do, man, hey, man. I mean, Devin Haney ain't the one saying this, so I can't really get on Devin. Devin said he's willing to do whatever. If you want, I mean, he said he going to Mars, man. If you want to go to Mars twice, man, let him go. If Coach and him, his father, and you know everybody else that think he's the next Floyd Mayweather is saying he's gonna whitewash Kambosos, then you know it should be easy. It shouldn't be no crying about this, Keith. You know, the boy good, man. The boy that great.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not finna agree to just every motherfucking thing. When he said he agreed, he didn't say I agree twice. He said I agree.
He said I will agree to anything.
Yeah, but he did. It wouldn't no. I mean, that don't have nothing to do with a second fight. Has nothing to do with a rematch.
But I know what anything means. You know what anything means.
Anything for the fight that we talking about right now.
He putting that in the stipulations. So you as a fighter going to let that deter you or going to get what you want to go get?
You're not finna dictate terms if I beat your ass in your country. That's just like motherfucking when Errol Spence went over there and beat the shit out of Kell Brook, and then if Kell Brook had a rematch clause, right, and say, "Oh, you got to come over here and do the same shit." No, I don't.
That's what he had to do.
No, I don't. I'm the champion. You don't tell me what the fuck I got to do, and I just beat your ass in your backyard. No.
I don't even know how mandatories get rematches, but I mean, Eddie Hearn happened to do that for his fighters. He the only one get that shit done for his fighters.
Well, you know, it is what it is, man. Your last words, Batman?
Yeah, man. You know, at the end of the day, I don't like Bill Haney. At the end of the day, I don't like Bill Haney, but I'm a cheer for Devin Haney if he get the fight, man. At the end of the day, he's still a young black man. I'm a cheer for him. The win against Kambosos at the end of the day. But fuck his father.
Yeah, like the Queen Cassandra Mason say, anything ain't everything. Right. Anything ain't everything, but around here, everything boxing. I appreciate everybody in the comments that came through. Everybody that came through and showed love in the Cash App and the super chats. Appreciate everybody that came through. And, you know, in the comment section, I know y'all had your own fucking arguments going on, all that bullshit. But, yeah, y'all already know what it is. Another great show. We will be back. And y'all already know how I do. Peace out to my brother Batman, all my brothers that came on the panel. And, yeah.
Hey, Kid, let me say one more thing before we get gone. Before you get I'm talking that about. Hold up. Let me say something. Hey. If Charlo wants to spit the names out, man, look, man, stop saving them, Smoke. Stop saving them, man. You know, he won, and then hide behind that. He at 168 pounds is not that of the difference, man. But that's all I had to say, Keith.
Yeah, you right. You can't call a man out and then motherfucking hide behind the bush once he motherfucking come out the front door. You can't do that. But with that being said, y'all already know how it is. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all.